Hey guys, welcome back to Magic The Dungeoning. My name is Shannon. I am the editor, and we have a great episode for you guys today. But before we get into the episode, I just want to get a little announcement out here, and that is we have a new campaign coming up called Campaign May Cry. It is set in the Devil May Cry universe, hosted by the lovely William Coyle as the DM.
Hey,
So,
yes, please stop by and join our campaign that is going to be played in the Savage World system from Pinnacle Entertainment Group. And we are being played with three of the people here. We're joined by Shannon, Ryan, and Jasper, who's actually going to be a player. Danny, unfortunately, had other prior commitments.
I have so many D&D games I'm in, you guys.
Well, we are joined by two other players, Cody and Julie. They are wonderful people, and I'm very excited to have them at the table. And you guys should stop by. It's a campaign inspired by and set in the world of Devil May Cry.
And the upload schedule is that the 28th of September will launch the first episode of Campaign May Cry.
Hey-o.
And then every other week, the campaigns should swap in terms of uploading.
Watch as I mercilessly murder my players with demons.
Anyway, you can check that out on the 28th. I'm glad we got that off the ground. But anyway, I'm joined here by Merrick Olbrecht, played by Ryan Ives.
Hello.
Calden Moon, played by Will Coyle.
How you doing, little lady?
Farrah Cutlass, played by Shannon Keene.
Hiya.
And Seren, played by Danielle Jimenez.
So,
Who would like to give a recap of last week's events? It was a pretty spicy session.
I'm too scared. I don't wanna. I'm too scared. I don't wanna.
I just want to put I told you so pasted across my screen.
Joking aside, to just sum up what happened last session. So we finally found out what happened between Calden and the sheriff. Funny enough, luckily the sheriff was actually not trying to kill Calden. There was, turns out, a nightmare demon behind him on top of the roof.
Yeah.
The demon, unfortunately, did escape. The sheriff did, even though the sheriff did not miss, the demon got away. Did that when the sheriff couldn't miss. Fast forwarding, though, everyone's awake. We started talking about what it was, what could happen. Farrah brought up the whole issue, the nightmare she experienced before the demon appeared up behind Calden. Fast forwarding again, the Merrick, myself, I go up on the roof, start searching around since I have heightened senses thanks to my werewolf side from Innistrad, and discovered that the demon gave off a sense of a workshop or like a furnace, so to say.
I believe a forge was the specific word.
Yes, it's not furnace, forge. You are correct.
A metal shop.
I could not remember the term for it to save my life, but regardless. So what happened was Merrick and Farrah went off on their own to inspect Gaxum's workshop because he became the prime suspect when the smell of metalwork and forge came into play.
What a bad idea.
Yes, turned out it was a bad idea. Farrah got there first, and she actually unknowingly encountered a second nightmare demon. And she was she was promptly knocked unconscious because of it.
I got yeeted into the abyss of nightmares.
This nightmare demon was actually not the same as the demon we supposed. That was not the same demon. It was a small child. And gave up the scent of burning flesh from what the DM told me, which that just terrifies me. We are now essentially now I believe we are about to head out to the burned down forest and try and meet up with the elves that are on the other side of said forest to find out if we can find out some links to the nightmare beast or demons, or whatever you want to call them, and see if we can put an end to this. Because this is starting to get out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit.
Yes,
I think the other thing is that
Marcy, if anyone wants to fill in any points I missed, I try to just summarize that more key
we
points.
do know that Farrah can no longer get the benefits of a long rest, unfortunately.
Currently.
Currently, and the demon likes to portray your worst fear. And my worst fear is my old lieutenant commanding officer, Larry Ace.
To which we have not talked about, and this is up to Jasper for how long of a time Calden and Farrah spent conversing and with Malile as well as Seren. So how long would Calden have talked to Farrah?
Realistically, as long as you wanted. A long rest doesn't necessarily mean sleep in my mind, so you could have just been up all night with a bunch of low intensity activity.
So
realistically, the
Farrah.
only ceiling is the sunrise, I suppose.
Farrah, then that brings to ask the question, would Farrah have confided in Calden about Larry Ace?
If you recall, the nature of the nightmare dictated that she doesn't remember the specifics of it.
Oh, so I wouldn't be able to recall what I saw.
You remember
Oh,
falling,
that's right. Yeah,
and you
no, I
remember the primal
falling,
parts
but
of it.
Yeah, I don't remember the Larry Ace parts of it. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, no one else, I guess, knows that I saw Larry Ace. They just know that I'm fucking petrified. Which
Of something you
fair.
can't quite recall. It's on like the edge of your
And
tongue.
the only other
but you
thing,
can't
the only other
quite
thing
place it.
important for me was that Calden talked with his own voice from his own body for the first time in 13 years.
Oof.
some heavy stuff.
13. What's my age again?
What's my age again? What's
How
my
old am
age
I?
again?
I think Calden's 33, which means it would be 13 years since I've talked to my own voice.
So yeah, Calden was just a few years older than Merrick. Merrick, I usually make my characters my age, so
Yeah, Calden's
Merrick
just
is 30.
Yeah, Calden I think's 33 and 20 is when he became a Kalashtar for like fully. So yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Then.
Anyway,
Yes.
with our recap concluded, I think we should pick up where we left off. So, the four of you, all resting in the same inn room for safety, you all arise around the same time. The four of you, although you do recall that there was a fifth. Kefkin was occupying the same space that you guys were last night, and he seems to have left. You see that like all of his belongings are gone. There's no sense of a struggle, but it seems that he went somewhere.
I will say,
Because he is not here.
didn't Farrah specifically put up little
Traps. Yeah.
traps and notifications? Would we have heard it go off in the middle of the night?
You do notice that they have been so very carefully disarmed.
Calden stretches. He says good morning to everyone, and he just, I want to have a talk with everyone before we go, but I'm gonna go see Bullseye to see if he's got my sword ready. And Calden goes off to Bullseye's workshop.
So you go down to the first floor and then head outside, where you see Kefkin knelt down over in the sand. It seems that there's a bit of a breeze like swirling around him, and his eyes are closed in this deep contemplation. And as you begin to like approach, it seems that
If he looks like, in all fairness, if he looks like he's doing his thing, I would leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
I would pass by and pay attention, because Calden's a curious kind of dude, but ultimately I wouldn't bother him.
It is a weird sensation. You go passing by this weird sort of wind ritual that he seems to be doing, but paying him no mind, you're able to pass him by without this a second thought, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get to Bullseye's workshop.
So you see that you all approach Bullseye's workshop, and the door seems to be closed. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
You hear like from the inside muted, 5 more minutes.
It's called done.
10 more minutes.
Is there a window on his door?
There are a few windows, but they seem to be more for like service or like just to let light in. Nothing that you could like squeeze through. Perhaps you could like peer through them. You could only like reach up there.
No, I know what he's thinking.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I put an echo inside the room and then swap places. All 10 more minutes, huh?
So you do fall a little bit.
No, I was like, no. So I don't actually do that, but I could have. So I knock on the door and I go, "You get 7," and I go talk to Kefkin.
Deal. Yeah, so you turn around and by the time you kind of approach Kefkin, he seems to have this breeze seems to be beginning to like die down. And as it does, he rises to his feet and kind of does like sort of like morning stretch. He flutters his eyes and he goes, "Morning. I
Morning.
took the liberty of disassembling all the alarms since the sun rose."
Fair enough. Have you seen the sheriff?
No, not yet. I just stepped outside to do a little bit of
Divining?
foresight. Yes.
We have sages on my plane that do the same thing.
I'd imagine it's so. It's not exactly a art. It's not exactly an esoteric sort of art, but it is a useful one.
Oh, what's the winds of fate telling you?
I'm not
We're
quite sure
going to
yet.
discuss that as a group.
Honestly, Calden, I'm not quite sure. This entire place has got me all muddled up ever since my encounter. All I can say is I'm expecting some confrontation.
Have you tried using any of your abilities other than your basic stuff? Have you tried planeswalking is what I mean.
Not
I'm gonna
actually,
tell you-
not yet. I
I'm gonna
see
tell
no
you,
reason to.
Because I gotta tell you, I feel bad about what happened to Farrah. That's all on me.
Yeah, it is a damn shame. And if we're successful, he like shuts the book that was lying on the ground. Hopefully, no one will have to suffer any sort of fate like that ever again.
I look at him and I go, I heard what you and Saren said about me.
No?
I'm gonna do
Well, I meant
better.
what I said.
Calden just looks at him. He says, I'm gonna do better. And he walks back over towards Bullseye's workshop. And he says, the group's inside still getting ready in the inn. If you want to meet them there, I'll just be staying here until Bullseye finally gets up. And he just
You said this a
leans
little
up
louder
against
than
the
or
wall.
just across the wall. I'll do my best and take care of him, Calden. He turns and he walks back towards the inn.
Calden's gonna talk to the group before we continue on this expedition because he's been making decisions upon their behalf, not thinking about how his consequences are going to affect them. And he realizes that if they are going to pay attention to him, that he needs to step up and do better. So like he's gonna have a conversation, and he actually like is alone for a moment with his thoughts finally, and he's just arguing with Malile in his head of like, I'm doing everything that I can. Oh, you're not doing enough, laddie. I'm trying.
Whatchamacallit, if everyone
Oh god, there's a TikTok right there I just thought of. Oh,
so basically
write
right
that down.
now we're just waiting on the Tinker guy.
Yeah.
Essentially, the rest of you are still in the inn getting yourselves ready for the day. Eventually, Kefkin does arrive back through the front door, or back through the door to your bedroom. He looks well rested, fine, which can't be said for Farrah, unfortunately, who is not in the most graceful of manners.
She got a short rest. I did what I could.
Farrah, for you, it was a tempestuous few hours in the middle of the night.
I'm just still kind of groggy. Not saying anything.
Understandable. But other than that, other than the strain on your sleep schedule, you feel none worse for wear. Morning, everyone. I already did the liberty of buying us breakfast. Calden's out of the shop bothering Bullseye, I think. Something about a sword.
Merrick is like, oh, right, that bloody sword.
Oh yeah, Calden can fight Merrick now.
Oh, fucking silver.
What's for breakfast?
The usual. Grits, potatoes, eggs, I
Hey,
think.
Seren, why don't you go get yourself breakfast real quick?
Thank you. I'll be right back. Why, you're right, Colin. I will go get
What?
some more.
I'm the spirit of Calden, and Seren should go get breakfast.
I'm like, shit, every time.
Sorry.
Every time.
Sorry, Farrah.
Did you all the liberty of paying for breakfast downstairs?
What's for
Appreciate it.
breakfast?
Grits, eggs, toast, the usual here, at least. I think it's the usual.
What are
Saren's
grits?
gonna get the Seren. Oh
Grits,
yeah, never mind.
they're a type of corn. It's ground up corn mixed with water, cream, stuff you can think of, butter. It's an acquired taste for a lot of people, but they are delicious.
Think of it
Yeah.
like a breakfast soup.
Is it as good as a burger?
That is a choice you have to make yourself.
Okay.
Merrick, personally, he likes grits.
What's a burger?
Ground up beef.
I love this disconnect
Noted.
between all these planeswalkers.
Seren looks visibly disappointed because she thought the grits were something else entirely.
Do you have your Zimped gym badge? Anywho,
Joking aside,
Gotta kill them all.
that's my job.
I'll be downstairs if anyone needs me. I should probably go make sure that everything's ready for our excursion before we head out.
Sounds good.
He then turns to leave again. Meanwhile, Calden, you're back at the front door.
You know I can keep track of time, right? It's been 8 minutes.
Not by my watch. It's been 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
I still said 7 minutes.
7? I thought you said 17. Oh, whatever.
I will come in this
The door
goddamn place.
opens.
I just need my weapon.
Just having a little bit of fun before you leave. I mean, I'm not going to see you further. Like, who knows? Never, maybe.
You're not coming.
Insight check. Does something about that feel insidious?
Sure. He's pulling
Nope.
your leg. Probably.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So basically what happens? Like what is
So-
the situation here?
He walks, he gestures you in, and he walks deeper into the workshop, where you see this item sitting wrapped in like this leather skin. I had to give it time to cool off and cure, but he slides it out of the sheath, and it is your weapon of choice. This time polished to almost a mere finish, coated in what seems to be a thin layer of silver.
Ooh.
So- I now have a silvered
Ah.
longsword.
Yes, it is edged with silver, but very finely polished.
Okay.
You can pay me
Yeah,
back by
slightly
killing that
uncomfortable.
thing.
When Bullseye puts it in Merrick's hands, Calden looks at Bullseye and says, "I'm sorry about last night."
Nah, don't be. Listen, I would have probably done the same thing in your position too. I've
Calden
been
draws the
one to be
sword.
a bit suspicious myself.
Calden draws the sword and he says, "Cool, now I can kill Medic."
Just you didn't break anything, so that's the upside. I would have been mad if you broke something, but that's not this timeline. Anyway, You've got things to do. I have the rest of my rest. I have the rest of my nap to get finished.
I start leaving the workshop and Echo like pulls off from me. And as he's shutting the door, the Echo is going.
Oh, actually, before we leave
Phases
the
through
workshop,
door.
before we leave the workshop,
Only Colden's there.
Soren's gonna linger behind and tell him to go ahead real quick because she wants to have a word with him real fast.
Seren, it's worth noting that you're still at the
workshop.
inn.
Everyone's still at the inn, so you would have to go to the workshop before.
Oh, I realized. I thought we went with him. I apologize. Yeah, no. Soren will make her own way there. Her own way there. Being
Merrick is just making jokes because silver does actually hurt him.
Full value. Full value. So does Calden run into Seren on his walk back to the inn?
She would have left right after she realized what grits actually was and was extremely disappointed.
You were like, sit down at the table with everyone else.
Breakfast, I assume.
He thought it sounded like some kind of grub, like a bug or something. And she was expecting something like that, but no, it's like wheat.
Everyone goes downstairs, sits at the table. Someone's like, "The fuck is this shit?" And then leaves.
So yeah, Calden runs in.
Revolving door. You pass by. She's walking out. You're opening the door. She's opening the door, and just kind of like saloon doors.
like wah 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 wah. Calden.
Woo woo. So
Okay.
I stop and Calden just. What are you off to?
Off to see the professor. He has something of mine and I have something of his, and I want to leave him with some last note instructions and also a request to continue to update his own work if I happen upon something that's not within the wilds. For it's his own life's work, and would be inappropriate to alter it without his express permission.
Fair. When you come back, I want to talk to the group.
And she just breezes past.
Calden goes over to like the only plate that's there for him.
Yeah, strangely enough, there were only 5. There were only like 4 plates, but that seemed to be enough somehow.
Is anybody eating that?
All the meat on Soren's plate is gone. It's just the wheat and the vegetables.
The bacon is gone. The rest of it's still there, though.
I'm like in the process of eating. I'm like, oh, these grits, they're good.
Calden sits down. He sits down. He picks up the plate with everything that's on it, and he just goes.
Crunch noise. You hear like the crunch of the ceramic in your teeth.
I tried to fill the void of not getting sleep, so I just like eat all of my food.
Oh my god, wait, this is Western towns. You know what they have?
What?
They might have coffee.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Maybe the barkeep notices that she's tired and offers her a cup of coffee.
Ruh-roh.
I don't know, but what's your call?
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to decide exactly what the statistical bonus of caffeine would be to a non-caffeine drinker. Or Farrah could just be one of those
dex.
So your movement speed will increase by
2 wisdom.
The next time you would be exhausted, don't.
The next dexterity check you make, you have advantage.
I'm sure someone out there has homebrewed coffee.
The next dexterity check you make after that has disadvantage for the crash.
Yeah, like maybe like that's literally what it does. Like it staves off
boost, and then you're just gonna be like
boost, and then you're like extra point of
plus 5 movement speed, advantage on the next 1 dexterity check of your choice. Then like 5 hours later, negatives out the ass, and just be like, those bastards lied to me.
Me every day.
What was the name of the last planet we were on?
So, yeah, eventually while you guys are eating dinner, one of the people does like, breakfast. One of the people working in the kitchen like walks over to you and just kind of like hands you like this like ceramic mug full of like some sort of smoking liquid. It's dark.
What's this? I ask.
Notice you were a bit tired. Should be a bit of a pick-me-up.
But what is it?
It's called coffee.
Coffee?
Would any of us know what coffee is?
Hmm.
Do they have coffee on the internet?
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm sure on Kaladesh they do.
Can I take a
On, like,
investigation
Ravnica they do.
check on the coffee?
An insight check on the coffee
Or
that's
insight or
filled with poison.
investigation?
Just give me a general perception check, actually.
Perception?
Oh wow!
It's
God damn. So
Oh my god!
So, like, you take a smell, you, like, lean in and, like, you know, smell it a little bit. It's, like, smells warm and, like, faintly of, like, something, like, maybe, like, a sweet herb or something or other. But most of it just smells like this weird scent that you can't quite place. It's unfamiliar to you. That's the most overwhelming smell that you get.
Calden would look at Farrah and say, "They have no reason to hurt us."
I take a sip.
It's bitter. It's really bitter.
And I
Like-
spit it out exactly. Like,
Calden,
right
you have
away.
this faint second, half second where you're like, maybe they were trying to hurt us.
No, he's like, "Oh, maybe they were trying to. Maybe they would have a reason to hurt us."
sorry, Colton. It's really bitter. I don't know what this drink is. He said it was coffee.
It's got 2 E's in it.
Hey, Jasper, history check. Do they have coffee on
Toxic.
Toxic?
I think that's up to you if they would have coffee.
So
I
little
could
tidbit here.
imagine. I could imagine that maybe one of the sanctums does, but I don't know if like it's widely throughout because like,
Yeah, give me an intelligence check for this.
oh god,
So little tidbit. The first use of Jesus.
nope.
What's up?
So
What's the little roll session tonight?
Oh my
No.
god.
so here's the thing. He knows toxic has it. He does not know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
So
So
the coffee was great. Yeah, what are you saying, Merrick?
little tidbit. Coffee, and for this is IRL time. Coffee was history of it wise 850 AD was the earliest.
Oh yeah, no, definitely around in the Western times.
Yeah, and then but the first inkling of when coffee was used to be like actually drinking coffee, 15th century.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
believe
like,
specifically in Venice. They actually touch on it in Assassin's Creed.
Early in the Sufi monasteries of Yemen.
yeah,
Okay.
coffee's been around for a long
Yeah.
time. In fact, no,
Yeah, so I think
I'm about to go
yeah,
like
it's
full
probably
like
coffee.
trivia lecture mode. I'm gonna stop myself before I
Yeah,
get
please.
started.
Let's
So,
not.
all right.
Just a little tidbit. I
Um,
was curious.
So for brevity,
I
Yeah?
look at the chef and I go, "Do you have any milk and sugar?"
But how would you know that would make
They
it better?
do it on my. I called in mind links with Farrah and he goes, "They do that on my plane. I don't know why, but that's what they do with coffee on my plane." And then he cuts the psychic link.
Thanks for a latte.
yeah, the guy nods and is like, yeah, I think I got a few. What? Never tried coffee before? He like pours you like in a little bit of a creamer that brightens up the coffee a little bit.
And then he goes, "Great now. I
Try
don't
it.
know what it tastes like."
I try it.
It's less bitter. The bitterness is still there, but it's less aggressive.
Oh,
But like it's like it's smoother. Definitely, definitely a manageable. But like maybe like it's supposed to be bitter.
I'm gonna
Maybe
pull
that's
a
like the
Bill-
point.
I'm gonna pull a Bill move here.
That's
Calden asks to
weird.
take a sip.
You also take a sip and you're like,
Try
So
it.
Calden takes the sip and he goes, "Wow! Oh my god!"
still.
I like
I find it funny 'cause-
continue to drink it and like the taste. I'm getting more accustomed to the taste.
Kefkin
I'm
raises a
like-
finger and says, I'll have one too. No milk, no sugar.
Oh, so he takes
Oh,
it
look
straight.
at the big man on campus.
He just looks over at you guys.
Merrick
Are just,
was-
like,
I
milk
just like look over
drinkers.
like with like my jaw dropped. I'm like, you drink
Merrick
this without
Merrick actually-
season.
excuses himself from the table.
Why?
He's heading outside.
It's daytime.
I'm aware. Your boy's still tracking. He's pissed.
It's really
as
bright
Merrick-
here. I'm gonna have my hood up because Soren.
Oh my
His
god.
eyes are
As
hurting.
as Merrick gets up, Calden would be like, before we roll out, I want to have a talk with you.
If it's about what happened, you can save your words.
It's kind of, but I just want you to hear me out.
I'll hear you out, but again, what happened has happened.
Farrah's still
Going
sipping
on
her
the pass is
coffee,
not gonna
enjoying
help us.
herself. This is kind of good.
And Calden looks at Farrah and he says, I want to have a conversation with you too, obviously.
Oh God, am I in
um,
detention? Did I get in trouble? Mr.
No.
Calden talking to everybody.
No, he wants to talk to you guys as a group, but
Oh.
nobody's together at this current moment.
Josh, basically, I'm doing what I did the previous session.
I asked the
I'm
the
doing it.
waiter, can I
Uh,
take this with me?
The cup stays here.
Oh. I like
Put it in your
chug it.
canteen.
Could do that. You could
Poor
do that.
canteen. The poor canteen's gonna have the worst residue in it.
No. I chug it, leave the cup here, and then I go to the waiter. Can you fill my canteen up with some water?
He like grabs it, dunks it in like a barrel, and like lets it completely fill up before handing it back to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's the way
And
to
then
do
I
it.
leave.
Merrick, as you head outside, make me a survival check.
I thought you were going to say a save. I got nervous.
Woo!
Ooh.
So you head back to the
23,
scene of last night where you got the scent of that metal. And you kind of like take a look at now that it's like broad daylight.
Mhm.
You don't get the scent of anything, but as you're like looking around for like footprints or anything, you notice in the distance, like maybe like another like 40 or 50 feet away, you noticed a couple of boot prints. Nothing that looks akin to like any of the footprints of people who wear shoes here, but this seems esoteric in a sort of nature. Strange, jagged, almost industrial in a sense. But these footprints seem to be like, you track them around, they seem to be weaving in and out behind buildings, and where there was shadow last night. Kind of out of any line of sight that you might have had last night.
Okay, so this thing actually does leave.
And then it just seems to vanish. The trail seems to just run flat cold after a certain point, after like maybe another like 40 or 50 feet, another like, 10 or 20 paces. But these are man's feet, not any monster's footprints.
Huh. Okay. Merrick does actually make note of that. Like,
Now, does he
Something
tell the
not right
rest of
here.
the group?
when he regroups, he will.
So as you go to report back to group Seren, you arrive back at the workshop. And you're at the front door and it is closed.
I'm going to. What was his name? It's not Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Gaxum.
Bullseye.
Gaxum.
Gaxum.
Bullseye.
Gaxum. Okay, I was like, it's not Bullseye. It's Gaxum, right?
Either or.
Either or.
I'm going to give a knock to the door.
5 more minutes.
Gaxum, it's me, Soren. I actually wish to speak with you.
The
before
door's
we leave.
already opening.
Bullshit!
He seems to be like looking up and he's like, "What can I do you for?"
She kind of gives a smile because she did kind of hear the kabuckle as she was like walking, so she's like chuckling to herself about it. I wanted your permission for something.
Ask away.
We're going out deep to meet the others who live on this plane and possibly going into places that you may have not been able to explore yet either. This is your life's work. But I wanted to know if perhaps I can impart my knowledge upon to you by following your system and continuing your work of whatever new things I may find out within the wilds.
He kind of like thinks to himself, kind of like flattered a bit. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, would love that.
And in return, do you still have the stone I gave you?
I've got it right here. He like reaches into a pocket. It's just as flawless as the last time you saw it.
Oh.
I am not supposed. I admit, meeting others of the same mind of my own makes me wish to impart things I shouldn't. I cannot say much, but she holds onto the stone, and she says, "Zimped." That's all I may.
Looks at you confused. Was that like a place or?
She just smiles
Right.
and gives a bow.
Planeswalkers.
And she like gives a little wink and like turns and walks away.
I don't like this for a flippin' second.
But after that, Seren, what are
Those
you
who
going
she
to
feels
impart?
deserves knowledge, she will impart knowledge.
What's up for you next after that interaction?
For me, I'm going to, and with that, that's the only thing she wanted. She wanted express mission and to impart a trace of knowledge for someone else who deserves it to follow. And she quickly goes back to the inn, feeling good with herself, like she's done a good thing.
Aww.
Planar Bridge 2 coming to us, plane near you.
Hey, Jasper.
Yeah.
Can I test my silver blade?
How would this methodology of this testing go about?
Get that away from me.
Well, no. So I go outside and I find Merrick and I go.
Nope.
I call him. I call him.
Merrick,
over.
you're already
You
on
would
your way
have
back.
no idea what I'm trying to do. You have no reason to say no. I call Merrick over. Modak!
You're already on your way back with some concerning news of your own.
Indeed.
As is Seren.
You look.
Breathless.
Tells Merrick black player hurts Merrick without telling Merrick. Merrick never forgives.
So
Remember when you stabbed me? Yeah, just get me up from this cliff.
so
No.
Calden,
Remember this.
so Calden says, "You look like you got something on your mind. Is everything all right?"
I found something more. Something that didn't see last night.
Well, let's wait till the group's up and then we can talk about it. Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
That other side of you,
Yes.
is that actually a werewolf?
I wouldn't call it that if it wasn't that.
Fair enough. Is it actually lycanthropy?
Personally, to tell you, I don't know what the hell it is.
Are
It's
you
dubious at
bothered
best.
by silver?
The last time I checked, silver touched when I was in that form, it hurt like a motherfucker.
All right. Stand back for a second.
Don't.
Calden draws
did it.
his blade. I'm not trying it on you. I'm not trying it on you.
No,
Calden
Merrick-
is not that
Merrick-
dumb.
No, Merrick is like, they're going like, you didn't.
So, Merrick, as he draws this blade and the sunlight hits it, you get like this high-pitched, like sort of like whistling, like whistling in your ears, and it's like this blade's almost like hard to look at as like it reflects the sunlight.
Calden summons his echo and then attacks it.
The echo deconjures as quickly as it was summoned with a longsword-sized streak through its form.
All right. I don't know. Somebody changing a blade doesn't feel right to me. Smell this. Does this smell like silver?
Well,
As he brings it close, you start to like the hairs on like inside your nose start to like, curl up, and this blade just smells like
death to me.
it's like, you ever smell something that's like really like that feeling you get when you like eat a lot of like really hot wings and you have like that burning like in the back of your nose, that kind of feeling.
Merrick just sees it and he says, yeah. He's just recording. Yeah,
I'm like,
that's over.
okay.
That's over.
Back in the sheath, and he just goes,
Merrick, you immediately start to feel better.
Do me a favor. Keep that away from me.
I just wanted to make sure Bullseye didn't screw with it, because we did kind of accuse him last night.
As I come back, I'm hearing keep that away from me, and I'm like, what is happening now?
Calden sheathing a blade.
I was curious if what Bullseye did to my sword he actually did, because we did accuse him of last night. So I would understand if he was kind of petty about it. But I wanted to try it out to make sure my longsword was good to go. I cut down my echo, and apparently it doesn't make Merrick feel good.
I will say, you believed he would be petty at you when you're trying to help his hometown?
Unless he is the culprit. Hey, here's this super effective weapon against the target. Too bad the target's me and I sabotaged your fucking blade.
It's all hypotheticals.
Taken out of the fight. It is all hypotheticals. Calden has learned on his travels to not trust just flat out kindness of others. So he needs to make sure he's actually prepared.
He did say you did owe him. Just kill the thing for me.
Yes, and so like that would put Calden's mind at ease, but at the same time, wants to be sure. I assume, does Farrah come out of the inn, or does she stay there with her coffee?
No, I put the coffee mug down because the waiter said I couldn't take it with me, and then he filled my canteen of water.
I got like 12 of those.
And I stepped out of the inn.
So everybody sees, so we all group up?
Yeah, I'm outside or near the porch area or whatever.
Yeah, everyone's kind of gathered. Kefkin is with you, Farrah, as you leave. He seems to close this sort of notebook he was writing in, and he puts it away as he walks outside to join the rest of you.
Jasper, question.
It's a nice bright day.
Sorry, this is not story. This is actually, well, it's sort of the creatures we're hunting. Would I consider them undead? This actually does matter.
Hold on a second. Let me check a stat block. I forget.
While Jasper's checking that, since we're all together, Calden looks at the group and he goes, all right, so I told you there was something I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm going to get it out of the way now.
What's it?
Not an undead, unfortunately.
Nor fiend nor fey, correct?
Nor fiend nor fey.
Interesting.
Hunter's Bane, that's why I was asking. I get to
yeah.
Oh, that is a good point.
It mattered.
Calden basically says, all right, after hearing what Seren and Kefkin said about me last night, and he looks at Seren and he goes, I wasn't fully asleep when you were talking to him.
I think the only one that was fully passed out was Merrick.
Yeah, so you're the only one who has not heard him talk in his actual voice.
Mm-hmm.
And Merrick was like, wait. Looks at Seren and Kefkin like, wait, you were talking about him? Why'd you wake me up?
It was...
I start to go for my sword.
You touch that sword, I will rip your throat out.
And Calden just goes, down, boy. So
everyone, calm down. What did you want to say, Calden?
With the laugh that Merrick and Calden shook. I just want to say that my decisions over the past couple of days have gotten us in a lot of trouble. And I've realized that you guys have been...
You don't say.
Very gracious in allowing me to kind of take lead of these situations. Normally when I make decisions like this, I only have to think about myself, and using my echo, I'm more than capable of getting out of dirty and tricky situations. But I have you three to think about now. No offense, Kefkin.
None taken. I just was in a prison cell.
If you guys are really willing to trust me with this, then I'm going to start doing better. And I just ask for your trust one more time. That's it. I look at, realistically, when Calden says that last line, he looks at Farrah.
I'm I'm in deep
and he
thought,
said,
thinking about it.
And Calden says out loud, as long as I stand, I will do what it takes to make sure that all four of us go home. And as he says that line, he looks at Seren.
She's very stone-faced through the whole thing. She doesn't really have much expression. But she does give a nod.
And then finally, I look at Merrick and I go, I promise I won't use the sword that on you.
That basically, Merrick even goes like, understand that what happened last night, I still consider a fluke. Regardless of what decision you made for the group, I had already made my own decision. I was going to inspect this workshop with or without any consent. You were not stopping me. I am still suspicious of him. I'm sorry.
Understand. I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of you could have gotten hurt because of me. One of you did get hurt because of me.
It could have been a lot worse.
And I walk up to Farrah and I put my hand on her shoulder and I go, as long as I live, there is not a damn thing in this fucking multiverse that will hurt you.
Farrah, like, tears up a little bit.
And I look at Seren and I go, I plan to see the stars. And I look at Merrick and I go, I will not let you be haunted by your past.
Sorry, I just had a little distraction on my end.
It's fine. Yeah, Calden looks at Merrick and says, I will not let you be controlled by your past.
I've heard that word before.
I would say that everything is well and done as long as it is understood that going forward, we all need to be able to be on the same page and be more understanding of our resources, and we need to be able to use our head. I think that if all of us can do this together, it doesn't really matter if there's a leader or not.
No, I'm not trying to lead. God, no. I couldn't cut it on Toxic. What makes it think I could cut it here? I'm seeing...
Less people?
Well, that's fair.
I think we should make all informed decisions moving forward together.
Exactly. What I'm trying to say. Thank you,
Eric looks at
Farrah.
Colin and goes like, you want help in learning how to lead? Wait till we get back to my place. I
don't want to meet the Cathars. From what I've heard, they're dicks.
No, that.
I went to Innistrad for a shit in not 2 minutes. I did not like it.
Oh, it's a shit show. Trust me.
You haven't been there in 5 years, have you?
For context's sake, Merrick has been gone for 5 years on Innistrad. However, about 4 years ago on Innistrad, the Eldrazi showed up, and it was awful. So Merrick just barely missed the worst night on Innistrad ever.
Yep. Merrick dodged a bullet.
Anywho.
Yeah, so like Calden's not asking to be a leader. Calden is asking for you guys to trust him.
That's fair.
Because, like, realistically, yes, he's the only person who shares a color with every single person in the group.
I think, me and you share red, right?
Me and you share red. I share white and red with Farrah, and I share green with Seren. And funny enough, that's the reason I don't want Merrick and Farrah to team up. You two share black and red. Y'all will murder everyone in your path. Calden's the law and order in this group.
Loses it. Oh my god, we're just like.
I imagine when you fight Larry Ace, if it's you and Farrah and you're like, you touch her, and there's not a god in a fucking place that can save you, touches her. I warned you.
Kevkin kind of raises a hand and he says, if I may, Calden, and this to everyone, I've seen a lot of people, a lot like you before. You trust me when I say this, you could be doing a lot worse. As a leader, as a group, as a party of adventurers even. So if it's anything, if any consolation.
Calden starts
You're not half bad.
Calden starts flashing back to the reason we're here. And he goes, when the hell did we go back to Tulush? He actually looks at Kefkin and he goes, when do we go back there? After this?
That's a good question.
Presumably, yes. To regroup with Charlie and begin. Well, now that there are 6 of us, we should have better odds.
There should be 7 if hopefully everything goes right.
7?
Yeah, Marek and I met a planeswalker named Saifa in Ravnica. We helped her out, and she agreed to help with the fight.
We tried.
The more the merrier, then.
There's also one thing the four of us might have to pick up before we come.
What do you mean?
We found something called Singing Steel. It's a hell of a party trick.
How does it work?
Hurts like a bitch.
We watched it blow up actual walls of buildings. We think it might be the tool to take down that walking fortress that Chadwick's in.
How do we build it? Maybe Gaxum and Bullseye can craft something for us.
I don't know about what would happen to his brain if he discovered there was a fucking multiverse. We can talk about that later. Let's go see the sheriff and see if we can ride up.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need horses. Or something. What are the beasts of burden around here?
I'm still concerned about Delian.
The problem is we have no idea where to look for Delian, and we're going to go back to Zimt anyway. If he figured out a planeswalk, he'd probably go back.
Meanwhile, Delian having the time of his life on Exelon. That story is coming. I'm writing it.
I like to think every time we talk about Delian, we flash over to him for like 5 seconds and he's in a different plane trying to get home. And right now, this time, he's running him for his life from a dinosaur right now. He's like, ah!
I will go back to fighting samurais in a heartbeat.
You
just in very full situations every time we cut to him for 5 seconds.
Meanwhile, Delian on Dominaria running from his life against Lyra Dawnbreaker. I don't know what I said. I was just like, nice wings. Anywho,
Okay.
He looks at Joyrun. He looks at Joyrun, her husband. My husband's better.
Oh,
Famous last words.
So you said your name's Oko, right? Just progressively worse. Anywho,
So who's Tibble?
you arrive at the don't beat the shit out of Tibble. So you arrive at the sheriff's outpost, and you see outside sitting are about 5 horses.
Oh.
I think those are ours.
Yep.
All of them saddled up. And as soon as you get close, the sheriff kind of swoops down from the sky, landing towards you. She shrinks down to a more approachable height.
Ah! Damn it!
That's so cool still. I can't get used to
The
it.
jumpy are we called him.
That's a literal deep. No, Calden would have actually jumped, but that was just Bill being funny.
Mhm.
He would see her coming down and just go, Echo, please don't let me get sand on me. Please don't let me get sand on me. Please don't let me get sand on me. God damn it.
So she lands in front of you all, and she says, "These are for you, y'all. Make sure they get back to me. I had to call in a couple favors to get them."
what does each of our horses look like?
So they're all various levels of like browns to like maybe like pale white sources. There's actually one that has more of like a blotchy brown white pattern, and there is one that's like a dark brown horse that's like almost all black with like a white mane.
So, Ren, just say you take the prettiest horse and let's move on. Because I know exactly that's what you're asking.
No, I wanted to see which horse Sona he put with each of us.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna let you pick.
Shannon.
Does Farrah know what a horse is or B, how to ride one?
Calden does.
Yes.
Actually.
No.
I don't know if Merrick does as well.
Wait, I don't?
Have you ever ridden one?
Are there horses on Vren? I don't, like, where in my police training would I have ridden a horse?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that
Vryn doesn't have cars or anything, so yeah, she probably learned mounted combat.
yeah, probably.
Calden.
How do they travel on
Calden-
Vren? I don't even know.
Beasts of
Trains?
burden.
Train? No, 'cause
I mean,
didn't
there's
know
the whole,
I
like-
didn't know what a train was when we
There's the whole mage ring network.
Yeah, but that's
Kind of
the
just like
transfer of
boots people
mana.
around.
I would imagine Beasts of Burden is like the simplest for any plane because everyone
Yeah, like,
eventually
yeah,
is like, let's
everyone like
that's
rides
it.
on a mount. I would say that like unless you get into a stressful situation, you're probably going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hope that a stressful situation does not arise. It will.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Calden walks up to the one he thinks is gonna most like him.
Give me an insight roll.
He just cares about
Look, I'm
People
gonna look
like him at
deeply
this
into the
point.
horse's eyes. Can we pretend that airplanes and the night skies are like shooting stars?
So you walk up to one of the horses, you kind of like brush its side, and you're like, ah, yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
And like, get yourself up there, pull up,
Confirmed.
saddle on.
Confirmed. Vryn specifically had flying horses.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Oh shit!
So yeah, she would know how to ride a horse.
Catch me outside. How about that?
She walks up. How come yours don't have wings?
Here's my horse. Call me Mercedes.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
horses
just like,
too?
I'm just like,
There is
where?
literally
I was like, where are the wings?
there's literally a magic card. It's a mono white card called Vryn Wingmare.
Okay,
There
yeah.
we go.
Okay. Where
And
where
GG
are the
history for you,
wings?
baby.
I ask Sarah.
She kind of like raises an eyebrow. What
Merrick
do
was
you
the
mean
guy.
wings? Horses don't have wings.
Oh.
We all just
Excuse me, the fuck?
That in other worlds that's called a Pegasus. When they have no wings, they're horses,
Oh.
and when they have wings, they're Seren's probably better to talk to this about, but that's the quick and easy of it.
Do they act the same way? Are they
Yeah,
friendly?
for the most part.
They
For the
just
most
can't
part.
fly.
The ones who
I-
can fly are much more dickish.
Jasper, I do an insight check for horses because I don't know how they're going to react to me with my werewolf side.
You can
actually
they-
give me
they
an
can get
animal
away with
handling check.
anything. And they
Oh,
know
you-
they can.
Either way, it's a 1, so no matter. Shit.
So you approach one of the horses, and initially, as you try to approach it, it kind of looks like a little skittish,
Yeah.
a bit nervous as you kind of approach, but you're able to
Yo, he will kill me.
mm,
He's
and you're just kind of
horses.
as you approach, grab onto the horse, it kind of rears up in like a sort of like very subtle way, and kind of like back up a little bit, so you don't want to get kicked.
Americans are like, easy.
Do I have to roll to mount said horse?
You're not
Hey,
half werewolf.
So
no.
by the way,
Okay.
I'm going to cast
Nope.
Speak-
magic lore, Farrah would be known as an arbiter.
A what?
Arbiters work to keep the conflict from escalating and causing the destruction for Vryn's infrastructure.
Oh, so, okay.
So Farrah's official title is she is an arbiter.
Dope.
Good to know.
The more you
That's
know.
cool. Anywho,
And yes, the majoring networks are how they get mana to flow throughout the entire
Yeah,
plane.
I knew that.
because man
'Cause
doesn't
if
flow
they
naturally
didn't-
like something.
If they didn't, it'd be stuck at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an electrical grid for them.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Farrah would have been up against the Trovian Separatists. Those were the group up against the Arbiters.
Mm.
I'm gonna cast.
Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, because I knew we talked about getting horses and everything before, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have ritually been casting Speak with Animals? Is that one I can do as a ritual?
Not while walking.
Not while walking? Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah.
So,
that's
basically,
totally
any-
fine. I'm gonna
Any
cast.
ritual. Sorry.
Yeah, I have to I have to do like the whole 10 minutes and everything, yeah?
And you
Yeah.
can't be moving.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals, and I'm going to talk with the horse. I'm going to calm it down and let it, and be like, nah, fam, he's good. He's good.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuade the horse.
Or animal
Persuade the
handling,
horse.
either or.
Oh my god.
Persuasion.
I
Or
just
animal handling
realized-
if you would prefer.
Oh, thank God, yeah, because I got a +4 in animal handling.
Jesus.
Oh no, my camera froze.
That's a spicy 22.
It's
So
spice
as
attention.
you you cast some of this magic, you hear the glint in your eye ignites a little bit, and
Turns into like
you kind of
horse
approach
eyes.
the horse and you're just kind of like, no, this one's a friend. You can trust him.
This one will protect you from others just like it.
So as you you
Crap,
start
I'm gonna
soothing.
refresh roll 20. My apologies.
Technical
we'll wait.
difficulty.
For some reason, my camera froze and then just stopped working.
For a second, Farrah's
There we
like
go.
question marky too.
You're back.
No, I'm
Yeah,
covering.
welcome
back.
I'm covering.
Oh,
it.
Farrah, I can't hear you.
She's muted. Probably.
I covered it because I'm vaping.
Ah, valid. Oh, same. Honestly, I'm like, I just turned my camera up a little bit.
Regardless.
You
So,
turn your
okay,
camera
so-
back down.
Okay. So I assume we all mount our horses.
Yeah. So,
Okay, can
Sarang,
I-
you walk over and you calm down Merrick's horse, and you kind of address like his horse with like sort of like some sort of soothing language and some like very calming gestures. And Merrick, you see, as like Seren seems to like seems to be like whispering something. You can't quite make out what she's saying, but the horse you're in front of seems to like calm down around you, and you're able to like reapproach and saddle up.
Oh, I want to ask what each of the horses' names are.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
gonna
Would
get
do
attached
that.
to these horses, you guys.
I am not getting attached to an animal.
Jasper is literally just going to
Eats
hit
the-
the random.
Probably.
So,
Oh yeah.
So by the way, I was going through some of the
Assigned horse
things.
names.
I was going through some of the things we could come across on Vryn, and yeah, lots of wizards. Thanks, Farrah.
Surprise,
No problem.
surprise.
Also, a
So-
mage ring responder, which has been described as being the size of a building. Yeah.
Lit.
Toxins isn't anything like that. I just have Phyrexians once a month.
So the horses are named
Oh, the
Wesley, Roy,
Who's,
Charlie.
no, whose is whose though? You have to give us whose is whose.
I'm gonna give 5 names and you tell me.
Okay.
Wesley, Roy, Logan,
Oh,
Leslie,
take a Logan.
and
Oh, I
Mabel.
want Leslie.
I want Mabel.
Everyone wants Leslie.
I want nope. I want the first one you named.
Wesley.
I want Wesley.
Wesley, that's a good name for you. I want Mabel.
All right.
Roll for
And-
Mabel.
Oh my fuck.
Who's
how do I-
getting?
How do I name
Oh,
my
I'm taking
horse?
Logan 100%.
I'll name the horse for you.
Thank you.
So Ryan's taking Logan. I got Wesley.
Everybody
Who's getting-
customize your horse. Everybody please. Everybody
You got
who's
your
listening,
DLC
please-
horse skin.
Everybody who's listening, please draw your horse fan art of whatever you think
my
our
God,
horses
is
look
this
like.
the D&D version of the horse Barbie game?
Oh my god, yes! Y'all know how long I've been wanting horses and mounts, how hard I try to get carts or mounts or things in each game. I am
Farrah,
loving my
what,
horse.
What horse did you take?
I didn't choose Wesley, I chose
Les?
Mabel. Thank you.
Leslie?
I chose Mabel. Thank you.
Yeah,
not
I
Wesley.
do. I got Mabel.
Was there another
I
girl
cho-
name?
Leslie, and I renamed my horse already. I figured out how to do it.
Leslie. Oh, that's right. You all have access to that.
All right.
No, that's the general horse block. And then Kefkin's going to take this horse, the last one.
How do I change the name from Wesley to Mabel?
Click on it. It should give you a character sheet for it, and then you're going to go up into edit, and you'll be able to change the name there.
So
Yes.
actually, there's only one character sheet, and it's ideally universal. So I would leave
Our
that one
horse.
alone.
Yep, it is.
not
It
sure.
is completely universal.
Yeah, I'm not counting
Leave
that.
leave this one be.
Guys, this
Oh.
is how I have fun playing D&D. I'm like, give me my customizable horses.
See, it's funny. You renamed you renamed it back to draft horse, and mine still says Wesley. So I feel special.
Give it a second. There we go. That's a good one. Thank you. So you know the one like random name generator website?
Yeah.
The one, yeah.
It's run by like one person, by the
Probably.
way.
God damn.
It is a free service run by like one girl, and like I don't know where she is, but like God, she's a godsend for random name generators. Like, praise be, we are unworthy.
All right, let's
Mm.
continue.
All right.
Yeah.
So I mount Miss Leslie.
As you guys get onto your horses, Sarah gives you a quick nod and says, whatever that thing is out there, make sure you come back alive, or you make sure that thing's dead.
Do we all get
Will
cowboy
do.
hats too?
Unfortunately, not.
No.
Too bad we don't have a gay costume maker available for us on this
Nope.
I
planet.
know. How unfortunate.
Bullseye!
To
Well,
the salon.
what?
All right. let's
Honestly, like,
continue.
if
Let's-
Metro was the kind of. Anywho, so
Where'd Merrick go?
you all begin to ride out into the midday sun, out of town, westward.
I put my hood up because it's sunny and hot.
Same. My eyes are like burning right now.
Calden summons an echo on the back of his neck to just block the back half of him from the
Because
sun.
it's translucent, it does the opposite effect. It's like a magnifying glass and it gives you a sunburn.
No, it's an object. So like,
No,
what
no,
are
no. Mine's is opaque.
Opaque. Got
It's
you.
opaque.
Oh, where'd Merrick go? Is he just frozen on my end?
No, I'm here.
Nope.
Okay.
It's covered.
Everyone had your cover and your cameras. Anywho,
they?
True.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the same for a sec.
so you all ride out into the sun, into the midday sun, and you begin your journey hunting down this demon,
This thing.
whatever it is. What's the marching order?
Calden probably in front.
It's probably like
Would it be ideal to have Calden in front though? Merrick can like go by scent and everything, so like
Fair enough. That's true.
No, I agree. I think that that Merrick should be first, maybe Sylva in second, because she's a druid and is used to like.
You also
survey
don't need to
and,
ride
like,
side
tracking the
by
land.
in a straight line.
Yeah, we can be like
Yeah.
grouped.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to be on one side. I want to be on one side of the group, the opposite side that Merrick is, because I'm also keeping watch. That's what my purpose is: riding around. I'm keeping watch and surveying our surroundings to make sure I can keep the
And
others
he's
safe and watching
observing,
out for
like,
any points of
like,
interest.
smells and stuff.
And I think Merrick should be front because he's a tracker.
Each horse is marked with a color.
Yeah, I'll be in the back. That's fine.
So as you're all like marching out toward the westward in the distance, it's like for a few couple of good moments, it is a pretty quiet time. And then Kefkin begins to break the silence by saying, "So, now that all the non-planeswalkers are out of the area, what are all your stories?"
What do you want to know?
That's a long story for me, bud. And
You got a long
haven't-
journey.
I haven't been a planeswalker for long.
So let's just start after the moment you sparked, then.
Well, Farrah thinks for a moment.
Literally wore the spark.
I know. Well, after I sparked, I landed in Ravnica.
You too? Was it during that terrible night?
It was right before. I was settled up in my inn, my hotel. I heard a strange noise and I went to go and investigate, and it happened to be the War of the Spark, as the locals called it.
Is that what they started calling it then?
Perfect timing, I guess. Or not perfect timing. However, depending on who you ask.
Merrick, for you, Farrah, it was very unfortunate timing,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
What about the rest of you three? Is that why you're all together? You end up playing your beacon and the lighthouse and the immortal sun.
That basically sums it up.
Essentially, yeah, we
but I've
kind of
been-
all met after the War of the Spark, or during it.
And you all
I've been-
decided to stay on once the beacon went down?
Surprising, isn't it?
There was a celebration afterwards.
Sorry I missed it. But
I
I had
assume as
other
soon as-
things to attend to.
I assume as soon as you were able to planeswalk out, you left.
I had a Zimp to deal with. I didn't really have the time for celebration or for saving this world when I had another one on my hands.
Wait.
Did you say
Yeah,
Zim?
Zimt?
I'm sorry. Tulash.
Okay, I was like,
Okay. So that was
Oh,
just
no,
with the
sorry.
tongue?
Yeah,
You?
sorry. Yeah,
yes,
Tulash.
okay. I'm like, say what?
As
No, Merrick actually asked Captain, how long have you been a Planeswalker?
He kind of just lets out a deep sigh.
That answers my question.
Longer than I'd like to admit. About 10 years almost.
Ah,
How
Put on
long
perks
was
up.
how long ago was War of the Spark? Like canonically?
3 weeks.
Okay.
we
Yeah.
used on it.
It was 3 weeks ago.
So like I scratch my head and say to Kefkin, I've been a planeswalker for about 3 weeks.
Well, hopefully you've got a long life ahead
Merrick
of
holds up
you.
a hand. 5 years for me.
And you too?
You
I've
look at
been,
and Golden.
I've been a planeswalker for a little longer than you, I would say. It's
Merrick-
hard
Merrick
to
actually
say.
tried- Merrick chimes up to Sven. Didn't you say 30 years before?
Did you say 30? Like
Yes.
30?
3-0.
3-0.
Oh God, no, I didn't say 30 years. Did I? No. Which one call it?
I may have misheard you. That's my fault.
I did say, wait, out of character DM. I did not say 30, did I? Because no.
Again,
We
that's-
agreed on
that's-
somewhere greater than 10, less than 60.
That's more. Danny, that's more so
60?
Merrick messing with Sedan.
Okay. I was
Oh.
like, more than 60? Okay, yeah, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, make this known for the DM. I'm officially putting down this is a lie for everyone. I am choosing a number at random right now because she's been around for a long time and lost a
fair.
lot of it being a bird or some shit on other
Uh-oh.
planets. She's probably been a planeswalker, I would say 27 years.
I was close.
27.
27?
Yeah, 27 years.
How long has Colden been a planeswalker then?
3 years.
How to spend it? What were you
And I
doing before the
still-
whole war?
And I still question if I'm the right one.
What's that mean?
My spark ignited during the time blast. I still don't like to talk about it.
So you think you might be the logical conclusion of a paradox?
I summon up an echo of me. I am a paradox.
Interesting.
Is the echo like mimicking like riding on like an invisible
Yes.
horse? So
Yes.
it's just like fucking like dick out, like legs spread, just boop, 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 boop.
Actually, I summon up an echo, and the echo shows up on a horse. I go, damn, show off.
The horse has a giant chomp mark out of it. It's like a half-eaten horse.
For your sake, I hope there are no other Coldens running around. That would be quite awkward. I imagine
I'm
if you've
sure
met.
there are.
Awkward.
Mhm.
That actually would be Calden's worst nightmare, is that there is a color shifted version of himself out
Oh,
there in the
God.
multiverse,
The evil
picking
twin.
things up.
Calden, the cooler Calden.
Calden just shows up. All right, who started all of this? God damn it, he's good looking.
There's just like a mono blue Calden out there somewhere being as cool as hell.
There is a blue-black Calden somewhere. No, it's white still, so it's Esper Calden. That is just evil as hell. I've unfortunately given Jasper a future campaign idea,
Probably.
future session idea. What if they had the fight color shifted version of the stuff? We just show up with Merrick, who transforms into a holy priest instead of a werewolf.
The what if timeline.
Farrah's like, it was a Girl Scout. It's Seren's
What do you mean, like
"Man,
the
fuck
the
stars."
green blue Farrah, and then like the
What would
oh
be
god,
the
the
opposite?
Mardu Seren.
Oh god.
Whew.
That's a terrifying.
I don't
that's
know what a
Casting
Mars
black
is.
materia meteors.
Mardu is white, red, black. So
That's what
basically, you have
I am.
laws that you follow, but you're also strongly controlled by emotion and the want of ambition.
Oh,
That's me.
that would make her she would probably end up in a Simic Guild.
or Rakdos Guildhouse,
She goes,
Mhm.
Boros Legion.
I hate the Simic. I'm going to control the Simic.
You're right.
Control the
I'm
Simic.
gonna make, but I hate the Simic, but they have brilliant minds. I'm gonna make them research the right thing.
Merrick goes to Captain No because he asked me like about us, like what we were like, because with the whole planeswalking, like he was like, before I was a planeswalker, I can't tell you. I don't remember anything before my spark ignited.
Am I the only one who remembers what happened before their spark ignited?
I know what I remember.
Okay, you're the only one who doesn't know.
Merrick looks at Calden and goes like, I'm not gonna lie, I technically think I died before my spark saved my life.
That's
I
convenient.
almost died.
I don't know if I died or not. I'm still questioning that.
I think I almost died.
I most certainly did not.
Actually, Calden then looks at Farrah because we've never talked about it. Actually, what caused your spark to ignite?
Well, back on Vren, I graduated on the top of my class in the police department.
Just imagining like the Farrah, what the fuck did you just fucking say to me? Copy pasta. I don't know if you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs. I have over 200 confirmed kills.
You know, I was scaled to reach the top.
What happened?
Was working a case that I got assigned to investigate the dirty politics / mob in Vren. And I got a little too close. And the head of the police didn't like that. And he tried to kill me. And so
Sounds like he was in on it.
I think so. I don't know. I planeswalked away and then landed in Ravnica.
Landed in the middle of a war, it sounds like. From one issue to another.
So America looks back
I want to say, yeah,
so you're telling me
that happened like 3.5 weeks ago.
Yep.
So
America looks back at Farrah. So like, you're telling me if we go back to your plane, we're going to have to deal with the cops?
Probably.
Oh, bloody hell. I dealt with the Cathars. What can I do?
I mean, look.
Realistically,
if we go
wanted on Vren, I don't know. They might have painted a bad picture of me. I don't know.
Realistically, any plane of ours that we go back to, we're not going to exactly be welcomed. Quite frankly, the thing is, I'm what if I'd murder on my plane.
What about you, Seren? You also a fugitive running from some sort of insane crime?
I'm not running, I'm on a mission!
From God.
Actually, he's like, not a fugitive.
That or...
Well,
And Merrick looks at...
She's just kind of looking around at all her comrades who are apparently
traumatized comrades.
Not a criminal!
No, Calden's not a criminal. They just had to blame somebody. And Calden was the easiest blame.
No, she's just looking around. She's like, actually, no, I'm what some may call a special case. Though it does seem from my long travels, it does seem. And she didn't say how many years she's been time traveling because she truly can't remember.
27.
But yep, the years we know it's 27 for her. She knows it's probably just somewhere over 20. And that's how she puts it. In my time of traveling, it feels like most of everybody has the same story. Some traumatic event triggered a fight or flight reflex so intense that it literally let them flee through the galaxies and through everything. For me, it was inspiration.
Oh?
Over 20 years ago, I was with my own family back home, and we had witnessed falling stars. It was after a particularly insightful lesson from me and the other priestesses in my circle. And there was just something about it. Seeing it streak across the sky, the possibilities, and how knowing that one comet has changed something somewhere else. I was just filled with so much awe. Suddenly, I followed it. And I planeswalked. So as for me, I can go back whenever I really do wish. But it is not my time to go back until I find my true name. Once I find my true name and I can contribute something into the greatness of our libraries, then it will be time for me to retire and go back home. But until then, I will map out every star of all of creation until I am stopped or quit.
And then Mary chimes in the captain. Also, never said I was a criminal. Just had never gone back.
Unfortunately, I can't really say the same.
Merrick also doesn't really. Again, Merrick knows what he is, and he knows of Innistrad, but he only knows of Innistrad, thankfully, because of his time traveling to Ravnica and everything. And he's talked to other planeswalkers. Like, he's talked to Chandra. Chandra has mentioned Innistrad. Because obviously his clothes. She's like, "Oh, you're from Innistrad." He's like, "I'm from where?" And that's an interesting. I can see like that Merrick having that conversation with Chandra and go like, "Wait, what do you mean I'm from Innistrad?" He's like,
"What the heck's an Innistrad? Can I eat it?"
That's like Merrick's like, I'm so lost. I'm so new with this. She's like,
"Plane that's most likely to have an insomnia cookies."
You're a plane
Innistrad?
where you lived before you became a planeswalker. You were from there. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh God, oh no. When we go back to Innistrad, I'm going to probably run into Chandra. Shit.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Dude,
Maybe.
I'm worried about the us fucking fighting in the Battle of the Celestis. That's just a shit show.
No, like, you actually get to meet the planeswalker that saved me from Innistrad to get out of there. That's another story for another time, though.
I'm sure.
We have this happy-go-lucky moment. Let's move on.
So as Kefkin says,
has everybody shared their story? I'm not just being an asshole.
I think so.
So, pretty much.
As Kefkin goes, well, unfortunately, I can't say the same that I could never go back or that I'm a fugitive, really. Honestly, I think everyone on my home plane thinks I'm dead.
Have you been away for that long?
Well, it's not that I've been gone for long. I'm sure I could go back and people would recognize me, but... And as he continues to say this, you hear like a rumbling in the distance. I need everyone to make a perception check.
My elf ears are already twitching in the direction.
Excuse me.
What?
Sorry, hiccups.
We're making a perception check. Why?
You see something.
Oh, wait, is this hearing?
Yes, this is absolutely hearing.
You said perception.
I have not heard a damn thing.
I have advantage because of heightened senses. Yes!
Throws a 3, 10.
No.
9.
I'll take the
Yeah,
nine.
I wanna-
Farrah, tell us what we see.
I want to reroll, actually.
I'll take the 9 versus
You're going to use your knack?
Yeah.
Saran's distracted. She's now just thinking
No.
about like home.
No. You add your psychic die to it.
Psi bolstered neck. When your non-psionic training fails you, if you fail an ability check using a skill or tool in which you have proficiency, you can roll 1 psionic energy die and add to the number.
Thank you,
check.
Kefkin.
Yeah, so you got a 12, so you could roll a psionic die, and you could honestly get at your psionic die is what, a 6 right now, right?
It's a D8.
Oh, D8. So you could actually get anywhere from a 13
Right?
to a 20.
Yeah.
So you would roll 1. If you burn a psionic dice, you roll 1
let's do
D8
that.
and you add it to the 12. That is your choice.
Oh,
So you get a
13.
13.
Hold on. Did she fail?
That does matter.
It was more of like a success fail. She definitely succeeded, but it was more like degrees of success.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you
spent
do
that
lose
die.
it.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
So you hear like a rumbling coming from straight ahead of you, and as you all kind of like turn to like look around, you hear this rumbling. Kefkin points and he says, "Up ahead." Ooh.
Drop the base.
Yep. Sorry.
Drop the base.
He says, "Up ahead," as he like points. And what's a horse's armor class?
10.
Cool.
You kill my horse, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Yeah, we already named it. See,
God
this is
damn
why
it.
I want to name him. That way it hurts.
Sand sharks.
It's more so because I have to walk.
That's not.
It misses.
Aw.
We're seeing those, by the way.
Yep, I realized. Anywho, you see this thing breach from the sand,
Guys.
and it takes a jump at your horse.
That's
I need
the
everyone to
sand
make
shark.
a animal handling check,
Shit.
God.
and then
Damn it.
roll initiative.
Wait. Can I use?
I didn't have advantage
Can
on
I
that,
use
sorry.
uncanny dodge?
It is not targeting you.
Oh,
It's targeting the horse.
Can I have advantage because of my talk with animals?
It wouldn't be active by this point.
Oh, it's been that long? No. Okay.
17.
You said animal?
I need to take off advantage. My bad.
Yes.
Jasper, I rolled an 18 for animal handling.
17, baby.
Ooh, 13.
Now I'm
I rolled
rolling
low this
initiative.
time.
Well, there's the called in special. Single digit initiative.
Ooh.
12. Oh,
Oh, I rolled a 2.
So, Ren, we lost you.
Ah, there we go. Okay, and you said,
Animal handling is a wisdom-based skill, correct?
yes.
Yes.
Cool.
There we go. Now I can see everybody.
And then initiative, I have a +2 to that.
Yes.
Rye, what is your initiative modifier?
3.
Y'all really just got Seren distracted talking about herself.
It is. It is one of those. It's just one of those sessions. It's a low roll session.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
A
I didn't
bullet?
click my, I didn't click my
With us.
token. I rolled a 12 for initiative.
Oh,
Sorry.
did I roll mine? I apologize if I didn't. I rolled a 3. Or I rolled a 1,
Yeah,
and that
it
gave me
is.
3.
myself because I'm an idiot.
It's one of those sessions where no matter what we do, everyone's rolling low. Sucks, but it's true.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited because this is a land shark.
So yeah.
I'm going to
I want
study
to kill
this.
this thing.
So
I'm gonna
what
study
happens
the shit out of
first
this.
is that everyone who rolled below a 15 immediately falls off their horse and is knocked prone.
Ah, shit.
I survived.
Me
I'm
and Seren.
Yeah, just get bucked.
Me, Seren, and Kef can all fall off our horses.
Oh, on the animal handling check.
Yeah,
I was
on
like,
the
wow, that's
Yeah.
really
animal
harsh to do
handling.
for initiative.
All right, so Seren, Boop, Merrick, prone.
Yep.
And after that, the thing seems to burrow back into the earth.
Mary just sees that. Like, son of a bitch! I hate. These sand sharks are talking about.
Thorgran's eyes are sparkling. Oh, I don't see Merrick or Albert. I'm going to try to reconnect real quick.
Oh, here. Let me hit reconnect myself. Bop.
Bop. There we go.
There we
Now
go.
I see you guys.
So it makes a jump at you. So you see this thing, Merrick, jump at your horse from the earth. The horse rears up just in time, and you fall off of it. But this thing makes a flying chomp down on your horse.
Mary just goes over you. Shit!
And then it's gonna take the rest of its movement to move over here. It's still, you can see just its fin above the earth.
Oh, hello. I have an. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I have a choice.
Jasper,
Blood
I
curse
can't
of binding.
see anything.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, screen's completely black for me.
It's not black for me.
Shouldn't
You might need to
be.
restart.
No,
Try
I
refreshing your page.
I have done both.
Ooh.
Dynamic lighting is off. There we go. How's that?
I can see.
I
That is-
can fight.
That is a big ass thing.
Yeah.
Merrick, you with the first move. You are currently prone.
Excuse me.
Wait, Farrah has the first move.
Oh, no, Merrick rolled a 13.
No.
No,
I
I
rolled a
didn't.
12.
You rolled a 13 for animal handling.
I don't know why he has a 13 in initiative
No.
place.
It says that he's a 5.
I've never had a 13 initiative.
Weird. I guess.
Kefkin rolled a 13 for initiative.
Why are there two Merricks?
I don't know. Fuck. What?
There were two Merricks in
Oh.
initiative.
Yeah, there was 2 Merricks and
I don't
Kefkin.
know.
Kefkin's
Kefkin-
at initiative 0, yeah, but he should be at.
Boink.
Oh.
Captain
There we go.
Oh, come on, you fucker. Goes before me.
So he's gonna stand up from his horse, or from being on the ground, and then he's gonna like squint a little bit at the creature, and then he's just gonna cast Mage Armor as you see like this tempestuous like swirl of wind swirl around.
Yeah,
him.
that makes sense. Makes sense.
And that'll be it for him as he then moves behind the horse.
I don't think it's time for me to use
And
my
says,
lycanthrope.
I guess we're from the land sharks he was talking about. Farrah, you're up.
So, I guess because since everyone like got knocked prone from their horses,
You called in, or don't you? Didn't
I
get
know,
knocked
but
prone.
I'm saying
You're
like,
still on your horse.
if the people that got knocked prone from the horse, are the horses keep going?
Not yet.
Okay. I guess
The horses will move on initiative count 10.
Okay. So like, am I stopped? Am I not riding my horse anymore? Even though
That's up to you.
Yeah, no, I want to like slow down so I don't fucking crash into Seren.
You like hold back, rear on the horse, and you just kind of like slow it down. Get a good look at this thing. You see it kind of like coming back around for another sort of strike. You can see just it's like this sort of like shark fin peering above the sand.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw one of my soul knives at it, or try to.
Make me an attack roll.
Okay.
This pig's probably gonna have like 3/3 cover, so it's gonna have. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You kind of like judge the shot, but it's moving quickly. You kind of throw the knife, it throws wide in its path.
Okay. Do you use my off soul knife?
Short.
Let me see something.
That one's also gonna go wide a little bit. You kind of like dink off of like the harder part of its flesh, actually, you think?
So
Close, but
So
no
close.
cigar. Alright, I cry.
All right, horses are gonna start moving. This one's gonna go.
I actually might have something that can help us.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not gonna do that. Unless it really wants to. The horse is going to take its full movement and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
So, holy shit.
I believe that's 40. It's a bit far.
5.
Let's see. Who else was knocked prone off their horse?
Yep.
Logan is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, right into
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Jesus.
And then Mabel.
Oh, the same
Also in the
goddamn
same-
way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Shit.
The other horses stay where they are. Besides, like, you know, the little bit of, like, you know, jeering. This thing's gonna then move.
Oh, please
cool.
do.
It's going to move 5, 10, 15, and then it's gonna jump out of the sand at you. Let's see.
As soon as I get up, I will literally blood curse up binding this motherfucker.
I need you to make a dexterity or strength saving throw.
Oh, please, dexterity.
It's not quite enough.
That's a, you know what the bad part is? That's a 7. I still rolled a 13.
So he's gonna hit as you're like lying on the ground. He's gonna hit you, and this thing's gonna like you're gonna basically like land in its jaw as you're gonna take 12 piercing damage as it bites down on you.
Okay, I'm
It's not able to
32.
eat you whole, so it just kind of like continues moving. 10, 15. You have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yes, I do.
As it leaves,
Nope.
with a short sword, not quite gonna get it.
Why
It seems
is
you're too
it is just
busy
a
being
very
waylaid.
low roll session today.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, up next is Calden.
It should be Merrick. Merrick's got a higher initiative, has got a higher dexterity than me.
All right, then fair enough. Merrick, you're up.
All right, so getting
The thing just bit you. It
Yeah, I'll
really
bet.
hurt.
I mean, it's not that far away from you.
No, I know it's not.
It's the
And-
prone that's the problem.
Oh, I can get up and I still can get to him. That's
yeah,
not a
because
problem.
he's only 15 feet away.
Yeah. And if I do what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure he don't move.
Blood curse of binding.
Uh-huh. And I'm going to amplify that bitch.
Farrah rides up behind, has a lasso. Tries to lasso the
Let
thing.
me just check something. Look, there
That'd
we
be
go. Look.
funny.
It's like you're like skiing. Is that what it is? No, not skiing, but like when you're like attached to like a rope on a boat and it's like just going real fast and you're like, woo!
There we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna get up from being prone. So fuck that shit. Merrick's like, all right, I've had enough of this sand. Where are you, prick? So he gets up and yeah, I'm just going for him. I'm coming. Like,
Is that all your movement? Oh, yeah. So you can like run up to it. And you have a hit, or you have an option to hit, I believe.
yep, I have an option to hit, or I have an option to try and bind that bitch.
Binding means it can't move, right?
Correct. If I amplify it, it means it can't move, and it lasts for an hour if I amplify it, and then it has to make a strength saving throw against the spell's DC, which is DC 12. So
Oh, yeah.
it
Go
could
ahead.
fail. It's a shot, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use my blood maledict. I am going to curse a binding that son of a bitch. I'm going.
What do I have to roll to save?
Strength saving, and you got to be a DC 12.
So you'd wrap around with the blood curse by extending the hemomancy from your hand, and it seems to just like the tendrils wrap around the upper side of its fin. They snap just barely as it gets out of reach.
I take 4 damage. Because if I amplify it, I do hurt myself.
Calden.
Calden shouts to Kefkin, "Can you get your own horse?"
He looks over. I think I can get it.
Okay.
What happened to
Calden's. Do I think I can
Boy, how
stop
crafty was
either
that.
of these horses?
I have 35.
You think if you can get in front of them and make a successful check, you won't be run over? Or if you could get onto them even.
Summon up the echo, swap it, and then do the check.
Wait, which horses?
The ones running off of
And
this
Mabel.
direction.
Oh, I can reach my horse because it's 35 feet, so don't worry about Mabel.
Well, you are prone, so
You have
Oh.
half your movement speed.
you would be able to get the Logan.
Whatchamacallit, or I could just use the dash and quickly get it and then
Also
use a
your
bonus
choice.
action. Yeah.
The only thing I could think to do, because I want to wail on this thing, but oh, whoops! I want to wail on this thing, but I can only if I go after this horse, I'm too far, and if I go after this horse, I can't get in front of it.
You could get onto it with your echo, possibly.
I don't know if my echo would technically be allowed to mount a horse, unless you're allowing it to.
I would let you fall onto a horse. It would be definitely some sort of check. It would be a
Sorry,
check
ignore that, guys.
to land on the horse and then land on a moving target like a horse.
All right, Calden's gonna move to here. Can somebody measure me to right behind the Merrick's horse?
So you're on a horse right now. Would you like to move on the horse with it?
Oh, yes.
So you chase after the other horse.
Yeah, and then Calden's gonna summon his echo. Right there. Which should still be within 30 feet of me. More than enough, I would assume. Yes. And then I'm gonna take 2 attacks against it.
All right, go ahead.
Because every time I take the attack action, I get 2 attacks. Go me. Woo! Right?
He's gonna
We're
bounce
not
off
even
this
gonna worry
really
about it.
tough
We're
hide.
not even gonna worry about it.
You try to like wail twice. You're like, oh,
What
this
is
thing's
this,
thicker than I
second?
thought it was.
Unleash incarnation! Please don't roll a 13.
That'll
There
hit.
we go.
He's like,
You take one hit, you're like, oh, this thing's tough. You take another hit, and you're like, no, not that spot. Then you find like one place to stab, and you stab. 8 damage.
Damage.
That's
Not gonna
damage.
Lie. Not gonna lie. Part of me
Also,
was hoping for 13 kind of just for hilarious sake.
also,
right. I was low key praying for it.
slasher feat against it, so now its movement speed is reduced by 10.
Okay.
Thing's probably not gonna give a fuck.
It could matter.
I'm
But
guessing
anything
not.
else, Calden?
That's turn.
Seren, you are prone.
I'm gonna get up, and then I'm going to, because I have half my movement right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna go as far as my what's half of 35? 15? 15?
17.
17.5 basically.
So are we rounding it up or down?
Let's say round up.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go 20 feet. So I'm gonna go here. Right there. Cool. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. Thank you.
We'll say making the animal handling check is an action.
An animal handling check is an action. Would I be able to call to the horse and get its attention because I was talking to it earlier?
Give me an animal handling check from at range.
Okay.
With disadvantage, I
With
will say, since you're
disadvantage?
like, it's not focused on you at all.
Okay, no, yeah, that's what I was asking, if it would be with disadvantage because I've talked to it before. If I'm going to have a disadvantage, then I'm just going to... Oh, you said it was a full action to calm it down?
Yes, to make
Fine.
the animal handling check.
Yep, it's fine. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it with disadvantage. Oh my god. Okay. Where's my disadvantage button? Right here. Animal handling. Nature. There we go.
So with a
Okay.
14, you kind of like call out to Mabel, and you like call out its name, and for a moment, like Mabel's just like slow down a bit. You think, like, and starts turning towards to address you maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'm going to call her and be like, Mabel, come! And I'm gonna turn and I probably shouldn't turn into my starry form right in front of my startled horse because that will make it bucking wild. So
You're in kick range right now.
no, I'm not. But where I was like, she's gonna be like, oh hell no, and run away. Which is like valid for that tiny little horse. I am going to turn and I am going to. Can I fire my guiding bolt as a bonus action?
You cannot.
Damn.
Well, only because you used your action to do the animal handling check.
You're right. I am going to then just be ready, I guess, because I don't think I can do anything else with a bonus action.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
So Kefkin's gonna go. He looks towards the fight. He nods, and then he's going to run to his full movement, which is 30. And then he's going to Misty Step over here as he becomes like a sandy cloud of winds and immediately appears on top of his horse.
Dope. Got
He
his horse.
rears back,
Oh shit.
and no, he's just along for the ride. That's That's gonna be him, Farrah.
We had a wizard. I emphasize the word had. Move up and stab this guy. You should be able to get around him. I think.
What's my movement speed with the horse?
40.
Fun enough, I think Farrah's actually faster than a horse.
Yeah. Well, I move with the horse, I guess, behind the Echo and Merrick. Right?
Couldn't she push out of the way?
Yeah, I want to move there. Yeah. And then I'll throw one of my knives
Gotcha.
from there.
Hey, you've got an ally. So if you hit, you got sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Oh, do I?
Yep.
Do I check it now or later?
Now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're checking now. Whoa.
18 will hit.
So she does 18.
Get it.
She does 20 damage.
Thank God, we just need Farrah to hit once.
And then
So, you like-
I also-
You were using the other 2 knives to judge, and you're like, oh, now I got it. You aim for one of the joints, it like rears up over the sand, get it right in like the shoulder
Do I
or
have
like
sneak
the.
attack with my off-soul knife or no?
Unfortunately, not. It's once per turn.
Oh, come on. Why did my camera freeze again?
16. You throw both at the same time. One of them goes wide. One of them finds purchase. You hit once,
Apologies,
and
folks.
twice, not so much.
Oh no, the horses. No.
So
Don't run.
let's see. Logan's the only one who's uncamped right now. Logan's
Well,
gonna
I-
run.
Oh, we
was
might
hoping
lose
to-
Logan.
Oh wait, I thought that we had gotten Logan already.
Well, Calden had made it on Wesley to where Logan was,
Oh, whoop.
but no one has taken any actions to calm Logan. So, Serena, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Logan, because Logan's charging right at you.
Fuck. I hadn't used my bonus action yet. When I no, because it's a whole action. Never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and do that
You make me a dexterity saving throw.
with a disadvantage.
Nope, normal.
Okay. Yeah. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, the +2.
Oh.
Ah, I'm
So
gonna get
you're gonna
tripled,
take
y'all.
6 bludgeoning damage as the horse just kind of like runs you through.
-6. Ow.
And you are
God,
also going to be
Thanks
knocked
for
prone
hit
again.
points, you guys. God fucking. Maybe
wanna
my
hear it.
horse will come for me,
I
like
lost 12 hit points in one bite. That's
Maybe-
bullshit.
maybe the horse will come back for me, like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
So this thing's going to disengage, and then he's going to burrow deeper.
He was probably not the happiest when I hit him.
Merrick, it is your move. Make me a perception check.
Yeah, but I say I was even already thinking of perception. Thankfully, this is perception for hearing, so advantage. Come on. God damn.
With an 11, you're not quite sure where it went.
Shit.
But you can definitely tell it's somewhere underneath you, underground. It seems to have like dipped back into the ocean.
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 Sand ocean.
Is there music playing? Am I crazy?
Yes.
There's
There
music
is.
playing.
There is.
I'm not hearing anything, unfortunately. My camera keeps randomly freezing, and
Odd.
unfortunately, reconnecting is not doing enough, so I have to refresh the entire page.
Oof.
I just don't know what to do. $30. I would have to use dash and everything to even fucking try and get to the horses.
Hop on Calden's.
Aren't you on yours?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
room.
but the horses can be 2-seaters.
Right, but I'm trying to get the like before they go off the map, because they go off the map, I assume we lose.
Yeah,
that.
I'm right after you. So get on my horse and I will ride you to yours.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I can really do. Like, unfortunately, I'm a close combat character. Like, when you got a goddamn monster that burrows and hides away, I do diddly dick.
You almost had it once.
I got
Yeah,
it real
that's the downside with the
good.
blood maledics. Like, they really limit you.
Anything else, Merrick?
No, that's it.
Calden?
I don't get anything else until level 6. I don't get any more uses.
With, I imagine Calden grabs Merrick and pulls him up onto the horse.
Yep, part of his movement, part of your movement, or part of his movement.
And then I ride him over to his and go, jump!
Merrick, you may use your
Morgan!
reaction to do this. To,
Yep.
like, make an animal handling check. The jump isn't difficult.
Oh, let me tell him. Let me take off advantage. Come on, I just need something. Mother concert.
Oh! So,
Feels bad.
you get onto your horse, and you're just kind of like,
Your horse.
you're along for the ride.
Oh.
Oh no.
Calden, was there anything else from you?
Oh, man.
I have my action. So
Yes.
basically, he's trying to calm down the horse and he can't.
Yeah?
I'm going to try to calm down the horse.
Okie dokie.
It's not the best idea, but it's an idea
That's an
nonetheless.
idea.
Like I said, for me and you, we're close combat fighters. When you got an enemy that burrows, not much we can do.
I think I get the benefit of I have the echo, so I still have like 30 feet.
By the way, the what's the limit on the echo's distance?
30 feet, but it's end of turn.
All right.
That does matter.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not gonna work. Animal handling.
So you grab onto the horse's reins along with Merrick, and you're just kind of like,
Can I hold
not-
on? Can I? Oh, horses don't speak a language, do they?
nope. They speak horse.
You just heard the around going
Wait.
to it earlier.
There's only. I'm trying to think of like what I could do besides. I don't even know how much of my movement I used because I just had an idea, but it wasn't great.
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking if it could be done, Seren could use her movement to get onto the horse. I'll swap places with my echo, giving a.
I can
Seren
I
is
can
also
whisper to the horse.
How do you mean?
As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see. And for a number of hours equal to the number of rolled, chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. You and the other creature.
A creature can't use this telepathy if it can't speak any languages.
Oh.
If I say, I'm like, I see where you're going with this, but I'm like, I don't think it works for animals because they're not. Unfortunately,
They
animals
aren't
are not
intelligent.
Need to speak a common language to understand each other. Dang.
Yeah, horses unfortunately speak 0 languages.
Are you sure?
Um,
I tried.
No, but I'll keep my
Yeah,
restitutions about horses for later.
Calden shouts out, Seren's prone? She shouldn't be. She got up and moved.
Then she got run over.
I am grandma got run over by a reindeer over fucking here.
To be fair,
Oh, she still, hold on. She still has range. She still has range if she gets up to get on the
Yeah.
horse. Calden goes, Seren, get on the horse! And then I swap places with my echo.
She's like, oh, everyone here is fucking useless. And she's trying to get
better at talking to animals than I am.
She's
I-
mumbling to herself. Y'all can hear her. She's just, oh, grumble,
No, but
grumble,
Calden would
gets up.
shout that.
Don't you think a horse would always react badly when Colden tries to speak to it because he's just yelling at it in the Scottish accent?
No. Remember, in brain, Calden talks in his normal accent. Whoa,
So, anything
horsey,
else for you?
whoa. And then there's a angry Scottish Irish woman. Whoa, slow down, you daft bastard! Yeah, no, I would swap, and then the echo would disappear, and I would just look at Farrah and go, "Can I get a lift?"
I nod.
But Calden also takes a stance because shit's about to happen to him. And Farrah, possibly.
All right,
Maybe.
so Seren, it is your move now. You are currently now prone again. This time with hoof prints.
I'm
I don't
mad.
think I'm on
sit
the
back up
horse.
again. Okay, does it look like my horse is still coming to me? Because by the way,
It
Mabel
looks
never.
like it's kind of slowed down.
Oh, because wait, what happened with Mabel? I thought they went on 10
Mabel didn't move.
yet.
No, Mabel is
Like-
okay. Logan is the one that ran you over,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm trying to figure out exactly like.
Logan
Wow.
ran you over. Mabel didn't move any farther away.
Okay, so she's good. She stopped.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
cool.
now.
For now, cool. I'm going to run over. Which one is having issues, Logan?
Logan.
Logan is having issues.
I'm gonna run over and I'm going to like calm Logan down because this is Merrick's horse from before. I know this horse. This horse knows me. I'm gonna just like quickly cup it around its like face and be like, hey, it's okay, and try to calm it down.
Roll animal handling.
You got very intimate with its hoof.
Logan's the one that ran me over. I'm so mad. Got ran over by Logan fucking Paul.
It's Logan as in the Wolverine.
That makes me feel better. And normal animal handling. Come on. Oh my
10.
god.
With being this close, I will say this is enough to, like, quell the horse from, like, running into the sunset.
Cool.
Ugh.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I grab it by the reins and run with it over to? Oops, I did not mean.
It's all right.
Yeah, to my horse. I think I have just enough movement to get both there, right?
Oh, yeah, you've got more than enough movement with horse.
Okay. I'm gonna lead it to my horse, and I'm gonna. Yeah, because I didn't want to get on it. I wanted to grab the reins, run over to my horse, get on my horse, and then lead both that horse and my horse together over to its proper owners.
So America's right in front of you.
Oh, it's Merrick's horse?
Yeah, the orange dot.
That's right. I'm giving Merrick his horse back, and let's take Wesley back home.
America's currently on Wesley.
We'll figure out the semantics later. I grab the horses, and we're all gonna go grab our
I'm
horses.
about to be eaten by a land shark.
Can I bonus action make a perception check to see if I could find where this is, or can I listen very hard with my
Sure.
passive perception?
Make a perception check, yes.
I guess that would have been the only other thing I would have done on my turn, but I forget.
Yeah.
Hey, finally a high note.
Finally.
You see it rise above the waves, heading towards Kefkin and Rory.
I call out to them. They're coming your way!
Kefkin,
Would I see that at all?
at the last second, you would see this thing jump out of the sand towards Kefkin and Rory, and then with almost inhuman reaction, Kefkin like waves his hand, and a giant gust of wind flows up beneath Rory, blowing them both into the air, causing the attack to miss.
Oh shit!
And that is -1 portent die.
Okay. You know what though? If I could, did I get up on the horse on the last turn?
Not yet.
I was about to say
Oh
I
my God.
would have if I had the option.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna launch magic. He's gonna launch a couple of darts. As you hear like the crack of like several like wind, like several like cracks of wind around the around the land shark.
You know what's
Land
sad?
Kind of like snapping in rhythmic time.
What?
I think I could still reach that thing with how far I am.
Farrah?
Well, I will ride my horsey closer to the land shark.
Do you grab Calden first?
Colden, do you want to go with me?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Me and Colden and I will go on our way.
Away. So the horse itself has 40 feet of movement.
Oh.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. 40 feet of movement gets us pretty close.
Like right here?
Right here.
Oh. Okay. And we'll go here. Can I still see him to throw a soul knife?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's within 30 feet, so.
It's 60 for the knives.
No. I'm talking about me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, yeah, you had plenty of range.
12 is not going to crack it.
Alright.
Throw a second knife.
13 is also not going to crack it.
God, what is my problem?
It's not just your problem; it's everybody's problem tonight.
It's a
Things-
toughie. It's a toughie.
Anything else, Farrah?
No. I'm crying.
Oh no, it's
Uh,
this thing's turn.
The horses are going to go. This thing's going to go, and he's going to head straight for both of you. Let's see. I need both of you. No, not that one. I opened up the horse stat block to make attacks.
Strength saving throw, please.
This one's going to leap at you. Yeah, make me a strength saving throw. Both of you.
Oh.
And the horse.
Can I make a dex?
Yes.
Oh.
I will take the strength saving throw.
Oh!
In either case, it's not enough. It's going to jump at you, and who would like to roll for the horse?
Wait, I want to use my die to add to that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Can you add it to your saves?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm proficient in it, so.
So that makes her dexterity save a 17 now.
Farrah,
Yeah.
you're going to succeed.
Yeah.
Calden, you will fail, except Kevin's going to point a finger at you, and he's going to, like, use the wind to, like, make you, lift you off of the ground a little bit so the thing glances you instead of hitting you head on.
Also,
Okay.
I have
gonna
uncanny dodge. Is it an attack against me?
You use your reaction to use your knack.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I guess I could have used the dodge if I would have failed, right? Correct.
And honey, Shannon, would you want to roll the strength saving throw, or do you want me to roll it?
I rolled a dex saving throw.
No, for the horse.
Oh,
For the horse.
Oh. So I have to roll for myself?
Oh, no, you already did.
Roll for the horse. Do you want me to roll? I'm going to roll for the horse since I'm already on it.
Okay.
14. So the horse is actually going to go down
Oh,
It-
no.
as
Okay.
you take 20 bludgeoning and 15 slashing, but you two are going to take half of that. So you're going to take 10 and 7.
Is that an attack that hit us, technically?
It's more of like an AoE.
Ugh.
Could I use interception? For
It's
Farrah?
no, it's more like it's using like a creatures within this radius must make a save. But it's
I
going to
wanna
land
let you
right beneath.
Is that one attack would have downed me completely from full health.
So that's
Okay.
what, 16 damage?
17.
17. Okay.
Alrighty.
You're also going to be pushed this way.
Are we knocked prone at all or no?
You are not. The horse, however, is. And it is not looking great.
You said it took 35 points of damage, right?
Yes.
It's
That horse
fucking
is dead.
Nope. Death saves. Because I'm
We
nice
can
to the
heal
horses.
horse?
Yes, you can heal the horse. I'm not a monster.
Please tell me. All right, it's Merrick's turn, right?
Yes, it is. So actually, Calden, you rolled a 19 because Kefkin said so.
So if I had failed that save, I'd have taken 35 points of damage.
Yeah.
Calden would have had 14 hit points left.
I would have downed.
Is
I
Calden
would've
the
dropped
only one who
myself.
would have? I was about to say, is Calden the only one who survives that blow, or is Merrick does too?
I have
Also,
I have
hey-
33 hit points. I would have yeah.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
I don't think we're supposed to see the monster's HP bar, right?
Yeah.
We do.
Oop.
I mean,
I do see what Serenda's saying.
Whoop.
There we go.
I mean, like.
Gotta keep it fair.
Knowledge that we know.
Hey, Calden's gonna go full Monty on his turn.
All right. Merrick, it is your move. You have control of your horse again. Or you have control of Wesley.
I really just don't know what the hell to do here.
It is 50 feet.
The horse can get there really quick, right?
That's not my problem. That's not
The
my
horse
problem.
does 40 feet of movement, unless you use an action to make it dash.
Yeah, like, I am just too far away to do anything at the moment. If I move close, the thing's gonna burrow and fucking just try and jump up and chomp us. And it hits the right way, I'm dead.
Then
How many
Oh.
hit points are you missing?
I'm at 28, dude. I took 12 on the first shot.
Oh, that's right. Well, I mean, like, none of us could survive a blow like that from this point forward.
It's now. The time is now.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm going full Monty on my next turn.
I feel like maybe this is one of those kind of battles where we have to like hold our actions until we can see it and get in the way of it.
Well, as soon as it attacks, it just burrows right back down. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about
Fortunately, it
holding-
can't attack and leave at the same time.
Yeah.
Or rather, it can't disengage and attack at the same time.
Well, at least come near the group. If we can get it to come near us as a group, then we can all gang up on it together.
It has been avoiding groups.
It's been avoiding coming at us as a group.
It should be like right here. Yeah, like I've refrained from turning into my lichen form because
You only get one, right?
I only get one, and I don't want to freak out the goddamn horses.
And that's really
Would not
smart.
be great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, I am restricted.
Can I use my cunning action when I'm on the horse? To dash.
Unfortunately not, since it would be the horses that are doing the movement.
Oh my fuck! I'm gonna shoot the thing.
Oh, you have a crossbow?
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shoot it.
Hit it.
Come on.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
Hey.
So I think we know the number now. It has to be at least 19.
It's. Do you hit with lower?
It's
Oh no, you've hit
add
with
a
23. You've hit with 19. You haven't hit with 16.
Okay, so it's probably 17 or
Holy
18.
shit! 11 piercing.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's still burrowing. You get like a crossbow in like its jawline. It's not very comfortable. Anything else for you, Merrick?
Nope.
All right, reload the crossbow. Calden, is it full Monty time?
It's full Monty time. Calden actually gets himself over here. He summons up an echo right here.
You jump over the fin, get land here. Bring down the echo and bring down the pain.
Calden is gonna heal with second wind, action surge, the whole nine. I'm making 6 attacks against this thing.
All right.
To which I'm going to want to take at least a short rest after this. So we will do 1d10 plus my fighter level, so 1d10 plus 5. I heal for
Full 8.
I heal for 13,
Noise.
which brings me back up to 45, which means I could now take one of its blows. And then Jasper, I'm just gonna roll 6 longsword attacks at it.
All right, tell me if any hit. I'll tell you if any hit.
Actually, I'm gonna roll 5. I'm gonna full Monty once because I want to keep one use of Unleash Incarnation just to be safe.
All right, just roll 5 times.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
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 So that's
I'm
2
going
hits.
6. I'm going 6.
That's 3 hits. Roll 3 damage. Or roll damage 3 times. 11.
Woo!
9. 20. 4. 24 damage. It's not looking great. You kind of just full Monty at both of you, slashing at its upper body as it tries to burrow back into the sand.
And
Striking
again,
on its way
also,
down.
None of those were. God, a crit would have been great. Oh, actually, I don't know if a crit would even work here.
The crit would have worked. It
no,
bleeds
for the
like any creature.
Well, no, for the damage, yes, but my slasher feat says that if it takes, if I do a crit, anything I hit with a crit has disadvantage on all of its attacks until my next turn.
Ooh.
What are you running for?
Anything else,
Yeah,
Calden?
that's Calden's whole turn.
Seren.
I'm gonna with my horse go the full. You said 40 feet of movement.
Yes, you could get to
Kind of
about
bad that
to the
Seren
rock.
is literally 5 feet of movement
Cool.
from matching a horse.
Me and my
Bad.
horse. We're gonna go on top of the rock.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit. And I'm going to look over at it and see that it's exposed, and I'm going to like get my staff and like channel like the sun peering through it, and I'm gonna shine
Blast this bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast this bitch, not with anything. I'm not transforming or anything, I'm saving him, but I'm gonna hit it with a guiding bolt.
All
Your
right.
free guiding bolt.
My one free guiding bolt, and I don't have any more for the day because I took it off.
She does not get advantage, I would assume.
Nope. It's a straight roll.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll. Here we go. Free guiding bolt. Oh, wait, here we go. Spells, because I get my one free one. Can I cast that at any level because it's a free one?
Nope. Only at first because you can only cast the free one at first.
I see. It's okay. Oh, I did.
15's gonna miss though.
Fuck. Okay.
Damn, that was 18 radiant too.
Yeah.
Had she
Nope.
had she hit with that, I'm pretty sure she would have killed.
Probably.
Oh yeah. If not her, then the next person in combat.
Which is Kefkin.
Let's see. What's it gonna cast? Anything else for you, Seren?
No, that's going to be because I don't think any of my spells could be cast as a bonus action.
How about Hold Monster, Kefkin? Cast Hold Monster.
Oh, actually, I can do something with my bonus action. With my bonus action, I'm going to cast Magic Stone. I forgot I have that. Rocks.
You got a few fancy rocks.
It's a
Got a few fancy rocks. Can I hit it with a rock?
What does magic
No,
do?
it's an action to throw the rock.
Oh, it's an action to throw the rock. That's dumb.
What the hell?
Wait, really? Let me
I
see.
clicked show spell description and it was just like, no.
Hold on.
You're not wrong. What the hell? There we go.
Weird. Oh, it's trying to link to your character sheet and it's coming up blank.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Anywho,
DM hacks.
DM, I control all the
Wait,
characters.
where does it say? Where does it say that?
Magic Stone lets you imbue the stones
you or
with.
someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing it or hurling it with a sling.
If someone
So yeah, you've got to use an action to throw the stone, but you only need a bonus action to enchant the stones.
I see. Okay, I'm going to give a stone to what's his face over here? I can't remember his name because it's not written down.
You already made an attack. I will say throwing the stone would count as an action.
Oh, well, it's his turn next, so I'm giving him one. I'm giving Farrah one, and I'm saving one for myself.
So you like just cast Magic Stone and you just gonna like volley out these stones?
Yeah. Because it's a magic stone.
Kefkin is going to follow that up with. He's going to catch the stone in midair, and then he's going to swirl it with a gust of wind, casting Catapult.
Ooh.
As he just whips the stone directly into the thing.
Hell yeah.
Please fail your dex save. Please fail your dex save.
It's got really shitty dex.
Rolls natural 20.
So Kefkin kind of just like he like looks up, sees the stone glinting, he squints, grabs it in midair with sort of with tempestuous magic, and then just kind of like slingshots it back down towards the thing.
Hell yeah.
It flies straight through its body and it collapses as he deals exactly 24 damage.
Yeah, buddy.
And it drops.
Servan immediately gets her horse and rides all the way over to it.
It is dead, and that's the stack.
I want to move towards my horse. So like,
It's laying on its side. Kefkin will also dismount and approach the horse quickly.
can I calm it down or what?
It's gonna make a death saving throw
Oh
first.
shit, I'm gonna run over, I'll give it a cure wounds.
It succeeds.
Okay, hold on. I got, here we go. We'll give it a good rest. I'm gonna give it a cure wounds, because that's the one that touches, yeah. I'll cast it at 2nd level.
And the horse goes back up to 13 hit points.
I would also appreciate if I got some heals. I'm like half dead.
I think we're all gonna be taking a short rest, which means we can use our hit dice.
Lit.
So Kefkin dismounts the horse. He walks over to you guys and he's just kind of like, he wasn't joking about the land sharks.
Yeah, noticed.
Yeah.
Another animal I add to my list of things I
Nice
freaking hate.
finishing blow, I say to Kefkin.
Where, like, while they're talking shit about it, Seren is, like, on her hands and knees and currently investigating the creature. She's opening its mouth, looking inside it, investigating its teeth, like, looking at the shells. She's, like, doing a full-on, like, study of this creature and has the book open to his pages on it and is, like, jotting down any new notes and finding every little thing and then copying it into her own notebooks. She's going to learn to either be a sand shark or how to summon one.
Unfortunately, it's not a beast, so
Oh, what is it?
monstrosity.
Oh,
Kefkin
Makes
nods
me
to you, Farrah, and says, "Thanks. I mean, I did have help from a random rock, I suppose."
she's
And then
like,
you just like
Calden cleans
Welcome.
off his Calden cleans off his silver blade. Everybody would watch as time reverses on him, and he just heals wounds. And he just goes, "Can we not run into any more of those? I really appreciate that."
You and me both.
You're telling me.
Seren.
Yes?
You're looking through the book as you're like studying this thing, and you read one passage that kind of like makes a weight in your throat.
they come in packs, don't they?
Typically, they travel in packs.
Do you say that?
She's saying that she's like currently she has her hand her arm deep into its mouth, like feeling inside, and she's like,
Currently, you're counting the rows of teeth, and you're like, oh, they do
Perception
what?
check.
they come in packs. I rip out a tooth while I'm pulling my hand out, and I start scanning the horizon for any more of them.
Yeah, perception check on that.
Sure, go ahead.
Can we all make a check on that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't
Can
think
I
we
do
need
an
to.
investigation instead?
That is unfortunately not for this.
No.
See, there are the good rolls. See,
Yeah,
there
when
are
they
the
don't
God
get
fucking damn it!
Hey, that's not bad.
All
That's
y'all.
Jesus, where were they? Where the fuck were the rolls?
Apparently, for combat, they just said no. The dice god said this.
Fucking Christ.
We're all like, she said they come in packs, and everyone
Everyone just
like,
immediately looks around. Just
Merrick's like, wait, they what?
They what
And
now?
you're safe.
My headphones went flying off my head.
You said we're safe for now?
It seems so.
I'm going to...
All right.
Everybody
Get
get your horses and take rest upon this rock over here. Perhaps they could hear vibrations in the ground.
That actually sounds logical.
Yeah.
Oh god, it just makes me think of freaking Tremors.
Mm-hmm. Take my horse.
Yeah, that movie-
you won't
that
get onto
movie
the
fucking
rock and like they just circle
scarred me.
you.
Right? That's what I was thinking. Richard, can I do what would this be to like get like stuff? Can I salvage the creature for parts, like teeth and like trophies, stuff that'd be interesting to sell maybe to different people later on?
Other than getting a couple of few loose teeth, it doesn't seem most of the creature is easily salvageable without the proper tools. So getting a tooth back would be probably easy, but ask for much more, it becomes a conflict of weight and equip load.
You're right.
Calden
I need a
looks at you.
bag that holds everything.
Calden looks at you, and because he saw that you were salvaging it, and he goes, "Do you want some parts of it?"
That might be a good idea. At least that way we can know how these things are studied. Perhaps these are good for trade. Who knows what is great on this planet?
So okay.
Oh, perhaps maybe I'm being greedy. Perhaps a few teeth and maybe an eyeball would be perfect.
These things are best described as jawed mouths, stomachs, and muscle.
Okay, cool. So like there's no like poison sacs or anything that would be like useful in other situations.
Fortunately not. It just seems to be like a machine that eats.
Cool. That's all I know. That's all right. That's all I need to know. I just take a few of its teeth. One tooth for each of us.
Calden's
It's got,
holding
like,
up
4
his sword,
rows of them.
and the Echo's also holding up his sword, going,
Looks like there's nothing here that can really be salvaged that is important, but I'll take some of the teeth.
The Echo stabs it in the head for good measure.
So, I'm assuming that we're like settling up like camp for like a moment.
Yeah.
For a
let's
short
take
rest?
Yeah.
I get out my water skin and I like try to like give some water to Leslie.
It's kind of difficult giving a water skin to a horse. I mean, like, of course, the horse appreciates it, but like, this is not the proper
I
method.
know.
You dump it into her hands and
in that
horse goes.
regard, I'm healing.
It does. Have you ever fed a horse? Have you ever fed a horse? Have you ever done any of that? I don't know if y'all have many.
Yeah.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if y'all have horses up here.
Calden's gonna spend 1 hit die.
What the fuck? That's a weird roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a hit die too.
Oh my god, that's funny. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't heal it back to full. Actually, I was only missing 4 hit points.
Lucky you. I'm gonna use another one. So I go down to 3. Come on, I need a high roll. Acceptable. I'll get a 37.
Hey, guess what Will found out last session?
What's that?
Fighters get their action surge and their second wind back on a short rest.
Oh, honey.
Well, so I don't get any of my uses of Unleash Incarnation. I do get my action surge and my second wind, which are both fairly decent abilities for me to have.
I'll use 2. I'm back to 27. That's not bad.
Oh, guys, remind me to mark off my spell slots. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Let's see. I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level, so I should be down a 2nd level spell. I used
your free guiding bolt.
My free guiding bolt. I did mark that down. Speak with animals. I used it twice.
Yeah,
so.
But you'd used them both times as a ritual, so you're good.
No, I did not. Which forgot because the very first time I wasn't able to because we had been walking. So I was like, oh, okay. Second time we were in the heat of battle. I couldn't do speak with. Oh, wait. Did I do speak with animals once? Because that's something I wanted to do.
Once as a ritual before you guys left.
Yeah, no, you did it. Can't talk.
Well, okay.
I thought to do it as a ritual the first time.
I thought that was a no. So I marked down that I did it that way. Okay, cool. And when did I cast speak with animals again? I don't think I did a second time, did I?
Jasper said once as a ritual, but then you wanted to cast Speak with Animals, but you said I believe Jasper said it probably wouldn't work. So you just tried the animal handling check at disadvantage.
No, I said you already used your action to speak with
something.
animals.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. So I only did it once then. Okay, cool. So I should have. Okay, so I have 2 level 1s. I have 2 level 2s, 2 level 3s.
And 15 level 4s.
Nope, I have no level 4s
15 level 4s.
because I haven't leveled up yet.
So am I the only one that has rations?
I got rations.
It's implied that y'all do.
Oh, okay. Well, I take one out and I'm like eating because I'm hungry.
I
I'm
sh-
tired.
I share mine with my horse.
Yeah, same. Actually, I
Yeah,
have
I'll give
I
some
have
to
specifically the Wanderer background. I could find fresh water for my stuff and up to 5 other people. Each day provides the land offers berries, small game, water, so forth. So I can.
Hey,
So
Danny.
when we need to
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
the land
desert.
is a desert.
yeah,
We're kind of in a desert, Dan.
yeah. I know what a desert is.
Oh, no. It's
I
not-
just like pull out like a watering a water rod.
Oh, it's not even that. Well, hold on. So does Calden.
Hell yeah, we'll both like find jackrabbits.
I see you pull up the water rod, and I just go, don't even. There's nothing here. Look at this place. Why would you even try?
There tends to be water reservoirs if you dig deep enough underground.
The only
And
thing
small streams.
I have an idea for the group. I guess I'll share. Calden shares this, and he goes, "Well, if we're afraid that they're gonna find us, I could use the echo as a distraction."
You can really only
You're
make it go
right.
30 feet from you.
Yeah, but 30 feet in any direction.
Well, even then, it wouldn't be much of a distraction because then they'd hear that, but then they would also feel a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the same time. I think they're more far away from now. So as soon as we have our rest, it's best just to keep going as fast as we can.
Agreed. Calden was gonna put it underground. So if any of them came near us, maybe they'd run into it, and I'd be like, they're here. See what I mean? Kind of like a
roadblock.
land- a land
landmine?
shark rig.
Sure.
Can he see through the dirt?
Nope, but I could tell him to move 30 feet in any direction. Once he's summoned, I don't need to see where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
The echo's thing's busted.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like a survival tool almost.
You know, going faster actually might be the opposite of a good idea because that would just make more vibrations. We should travel more quietly and be cautious so we don't make much, and I think that might help. I did pack specifically walk without a trace, move without a trace.
That actually would not be a bad idea. I think you can cast that as a ritual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
It has
We'll
does it have the ritual tag?
Let me see.
I mean, I'm also stealthy.
Yeah, but not all
yeah,
of
but
us
the
are.
yeah,
Horses
but the
naturally
horse is
aren't.
not. Nobody looks at a horse and goes, "That's a stealthy animal."
Master of stealth, peerless in nature.
Casting time. Can I tell if it's
It should
It'll
have an R
the
next to
tag
it.
Ritual. Or as Jasper said, it'll have an R next to it.
I don't see that.
So you see how things like
No.
detect magic and
Yeah,
detect
no, I
poison
can't
does
do
have an
that.
R?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
can't do that, but it's okay. We can go for another hour quietly, and that will only take up 1 level 2 slot, and that will be fine. And it'll give a +10 to a +10 as a bonus to everyone's decks. No matter what they roll, they get at least a +10.
Oh, Farrah's unstoppable then.
I would say,
Farrah's just gone. She turns into like a
I
mist.
turned invisible effectively without casting it.
But
All good
it'll
stuff.
give a +10 to all of our horses.
So what happens? So you guys get into a little bit of your short rest, and fortunately for you, it is uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
to say the least. After a little bit of meditation, a little bit of concentration from the rest of you, just a little bit of ration eating and water drinking, you all feel like you feel pretty good. The sun's about midway in the sky. I think you have maybe 3 or 4 more hours of traveling before the sun sets
Farrah
proper.
sees the sun starting to set or get a little darker, and she's scared.
Hashtag don't starve.
Literally. With that being said, then, do we see anything off in the distance, where we were heading for the Elven City? Or
You did say it was about 3 days travel, so it is still quite a ways away.
Mm-hmm.
You think
how
maybe
far have we gotten?
maybe half a day's worth travel.
Ugh.
I've
Yeah.
just realized, how many hit dice did you use,
Me?
Farrah?
2?
3. You rolled 3.
No, I used 2.
2, 2, 9.
Yeah, you did use 2, Shan.
Oh.
3, Shan.
Then I'm up another 2 then.
She has
I used 2.
she has
I used
literally
1.
2 hit dice left on this entire fucking plane.
Yep.
Entire
No,
plane.
no, no.
I didn't mean to roll 3, but it's fine.
No,
I mean-
it's really no big deal. We just have to go until our next rest, which is another half days away. We
Oh,
rest
no,
and we
no,
get all our hit
No,
points
I
back.
can't do a long rest.
She can't.
Well,
do
she
a
couldn't do a
rest.
long rest. That
Well,
was only
I-
for the one night. You're fine now.
We
okay.
don't know. We don't know that.
I will say for mechanics, your next long rest will be fine. It was just the initial night
I don't
after
know about
dealing
that.
with a
Farrah
nightmare
is
was rough.
uncertain about that. She doesn't know shit.
All right.
You ever it's hard the night after, but maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, you're fine.
No.
It was a real bad time initially.
Farrah
but
doesn't believe it. She's still scared out of her mind.
Merrick
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
turns to the group and just says, "What do? We still have a long ways to go."
We just have to keep traveling.
Agreed.
All right, but before we go, we should make our way. They come in packs, and they will probably be looking for their last one, which means we should move as quietly forward, which means it may take a little bit longer. But as long as we're careful and we blend with the environment, we should be fine. I think we should take more of a careful pace,
Don't understand.
and they might not
why
hear us.
That one was solo. Makes no sense if they mainly travel in packs.
Probably this might be a whole hunting ground for them. They probably go and travel, they pick apart, and they bring back food to a source. Perhaps when I'm looking through his notes, do they say anything, Jasper?
About what specifically?
What are their hunting tactics like?
So usually they like to single out their prey after dividing it from its group. And then once that, they just kind of jump at it until it dies or it completely gets eaten.
And what about their home ecosystem?
Usually it's all conjecture at this point, but it is believed that they just have a network of subterranean tunnels that they live in during the daytime to stave off the heat.
So perhaps it's getting
They
desperate.
don't break surface very often, only to hunt.
And if they're hunting in the daytime versus the night, that means food may be scarce and that their hunting ground is spreading.
Regardless,
Doesn't
we're
mean-
never.
That doesn't mean we can't move.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
just-
seem
We
they don't
have
seem
to
to be nocturnal in nature.
Okay. As long as we move quietly, we shouldn't be attracting any more attention. And I have a spell that can make our horses more quiet.
At least for the
Honest-
first hour.
Honestly,
Yeah, at least for an hour.
well,
They can get
here's
us quite a way away from here on our horses.
well, the thing is, I think we should actually do the opposite. If we've got reduced noises, we go as fast as we can to cover
does make
more
a point.
ground within that hour.
The more, perhaps then a normal speed with extra quiet. Because if
Yeah.
we're extremely loud, that's a lot of noise, and then we barely cancel out anything.
Or there's the possibility that even being slow and quiet still attracts them.
Mm-hmm.
But now
Especially
you're just slow.
because if they come out at night, this would be called having a conversation. I just don't feel like doing the accent right now. I'm sorry. Calden's counterpoint would be, but if they're gonna come out at night anyway, we should really clear as much distance as we can. Cause the thing is, we don't know that these horses aren't faster than those things. Cause we were moving at a normal speed, correct?
Yeah, and they kind of and they kind of ran straight into you.
Which means at breakneck speed, a horse might just be fast enough to get past it. Granted, they can't go like that forever, and I'm fully aware of that. But if you use your pass without trace, we go breakneck speed for as long as we can, we may be able to get somewhere. Like, we may be able to get a decent distance.
I like that idea.
All right.
And is there a counter argument? Like, Calden would just be like, I mean, that's personally what I think. I'm thinking about this from a survival standpoint.
No, that sounds. I don't know how mechanically Jasper's ruling it. So, that could work. That could work. I'm more worried that if you're stacking buffs, negative buffs on positive buffs. Yeah, we can try going really fast. The spell will probably just put us down to people will notice us as if we're going at a normal pace because we're not being sneaky at all at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And like this specifically gives a +10 to stealth checks, and I don't think we can be stealthy and run like full hardy at the same time.
Well, hold on. I am looking for the spell so that I can read it. I'm already in the spells list.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gives a +10 bonus to dexterity checks.
Can't be tracked by magical means. Are these beast things magical?
Except by magical means, a creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of his passage. Well, yeah, then so that actually even that, going by what you think, which is that they're feeling the vibrations of us, then that's actually not going to do anything either.
Mm-hmm. And then if that's the case, I do not want to waste my spell slot.
I actually agree. Is because like we have to assume the only reason this thing attacked us is one of two things. Either it saw us, especially because like if Bullseye's book says it separates its prey, it knows what it's doing, which means if it's tracking us via vibrations, I'm sorry. So that means it has to see what it's doing, meaning this thing either saw us and just attacked us because it did, or if it's feeling vibrations, Pass Without a Trace isn't going to do anything anyway.
Yeah, because it's like a mole, so it has like a tremor sense kind of deal.
Yeah, I think we just need to move. Personally. Like Calden would say, I think we just need to go.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Along the way though, because Calden and I both have the Wanderer thing where we can are able to survive in harsh environments like this, we should be looking for long stretches of rock and land, kind of like this that we're standing on. That way while we need to rest and stay for the night, we can easily make shelter without us being directly connected to the floor that they go below.
Yeah.
So let's just keep an eye out for that as the night starts getting closer so we can find a safe place to camp.
Can Calden have his echo on his horse with him? Are you okay with that?
I'd say yeah. As long as it's holding on.
Basically my argument is going to be if Calden ever gets knocked off his horse, I just swap place with the echo back on the horse. Oh no!
I mean, depending on the direction that you fall, the echo might fall off with you.
It's a magical object.
It's an object.
Yeah, but I'm going to say if the horse pushes it out of the way.
Who says a horse can move an echo?
We're ruled that they weigh the same as you.
I know.
All right, well, before we...
God, the rolling nightmares.
Before we talk...
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to chat.
The sun's going to set, so let's just get it going.
Yeah, agreed. Let's get as much...
Once again, you all head out into the distance. Boop. let's see here. I can get rid of
I
that.
just got a heads up. I just got a black screen.
I see
Yeah, it looks
all
like
the
he made it.
horses and
Oh,
my
it doesn't.
player
It looks
icon.
like it's not black because I can see. It looks like it just might be night.
There we go.
There we go.
Full black.
Effing hell.
So you guys make your travels. Around 3 or 4 more hours later, twilight hits. It's uneventful 3 or 4 hours. It's like you kind of like start to get closer to where these mountains are. They come closer into view, and you start to notice that like these mountains aren't snowy up top. They seem to be more flat shaped, like the plateaus that they were saying.
Hmm.
And you also
since-
see on the horizon this like sort of what seems like maybe smoke or fog to like the more on the more southern side of the mountains. They almost seem equally distant. Still a several days travel, but it's flat. This place is really flat.
Calden looks at Seren and he says, "Didn't the map in the sheriff office say that the forest fire was over in that direction?" And being the fact that Calden can, Calden and Seren have excellent, memory of maps and geography. Is that the direction where that smoke and fog is coming from? Is that where that forest that was on fire was?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Calden just talks to Seren to kind of double check that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I believe so. So it seems that perhaps that area was the other elves' homes before whatever happened to it, and they just stuck around.
This is not gonna end well
I
for
disagree.
anyone.
I think that if we talk to them, I actually have a few things I can do for them in exchange for their assistance.
Calden asks Kefkin, "What do you know about the elves of this plane?
Not much.
Do they speak the common language of the multiverse?"
I believe so, based on what Sheriff has told me. Though she did say something about horns. I'm not quite sure what she means.
Do elves have horns on this plane?
Possibly. All elves are different along across the multiverse. I mean, look at me and Seren.
My giant wow ears.
Interesting.
Hmm.
All
It's
right,
becoming
let's-
twilight. We should head over to these mountains and make our camps around the rocks here.
The mountains are still 2 days away.
Oh, the 2 days away?
You're still
what-
in the
Is
you're
there
still in like
any-
the arid mesa part of the area.
We just have to make camp.
Yeah. When it
is
started
there any
becoming
logical
nighttime,
place
I specifically
that
would
could-
like to survey the land looking for like long sheets of like rock and area.
Give me a survival check.
That I am not proficient in.
Do I
Uh,
get
That one I am.
do I get
all of
any
us
kind of
taking survival
advantage
checks?
because of Wanderer?
Unfortunately not. Not for finding locations, but food, however, is different.
Yeah.
Or location is different than resource.
I just need to read it again real quick. That way.
Oh, Josh, can I have
Nice.
just
Perfect,
a black
perfect,
screen? Is
perfect.
that supposed to be what's going on right now?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I would also like to make that survival check.
Go ahead.
Damn, Seren has a 7+7 modifier. Holy
So
shit!
easily,
I
you
do.
kind of like before the sun gets too low in the sky and it gets too hard to see, you're able to find a relatively flat, stony,
Oh, I did not mean to roll that with advantage.
It's all good.
you're able to find a flat, stony place to take a rest.
Oh, well.
It sort of kind of dips into this sort of valley, so you can, so it kind of funnels you one on each side.
Nice.
And you're able to rest, and you're able to kind of relax here. Is like if anything's going to come from you, it's going to be from one of two directions.
I
And-
help with stapling the horses, and I'm setting traps.
Nice. Setting traps all around. Me and Golden probably try find food, water, all that
But
stuff.
water might be a bit tricky.
Mm-hmm. Are there
Yeah,
any
water I would
cacti
definitely
within
say
the
is tricky.
area?
There are indeed cacti.
Which we'll call it.
Oh no! Don't drink the cactus juice. It may quench you, but it's gonna make you go crazy.
Drink cactus is going to be a very fun next session.
Oh,
You'll be
boy.
fine.
Anyone know the reference I'm making?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Which are Seren has actually been on many like desert planets in her 20 years. Would she have the knowledge to be able to filter water if gotten from plants and everything like that by now?
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
Can Calden also make that?
I'll say if it's specifically,
Oh,
I will
wait.
say it, but the DC is probably going to be higher for you, given desert planet.
Whatchamacallit?
Calden's been to a few places.
I feel bad for keeping asking for advantage because this is my specialty. Let me see. You said nature?
Oh, yes.
Boom!
19.
Baby.
Nice.
Hey, we know how to do it.
We are survivors.
Filtering cactus.
Literally, I think it's like canon. Like Soren spends like a good like couple of years at each planet at a time before she met y'all, just as a random few animals like living and thriving in the world.
Calden like thinks back to the times that like he's been by himself, and he's like, I mean, it can't be any different than filtering other liquids. I've had to drink some stuff.
No, definitely. All you need to do, they just start getting like the cookware. They start getting ready, boiling it, getting it all.
So
And we're filling our canteens, and I'm trying to fill up extra
you
things
set a
like on
small
our
fire easily enough. Set up a sort of bowl and holster system to boil the cactus juice, so you guys have drinkable water once it cools down, of course.
Mhm. I also want to take apart the cactus and use it for food.
Certainly.
I mean, cactus is edible.
Anything is edible if you're not a coward.
I mean, like people eat cactus all the time back home.
I mean, you can say that for anything.
So for the time being, you guys are probably well sated for the rest of the night.
Hey, Jasper,
Mm-hmm.
if that thing shows up, I want to try something.
Well, let's hope it shows up, or let's hope it doesn't. I think that's the ideal situation.
I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, but if it does and I see it, I want to try something.
Dares God, fucks around, finds out. This is how the entire party dies because Colin egged on God about land.
So you know that one part.
No. I just want to talk to it. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk.
Just want to
So
talk.
you know that one scene, that one like Easter egg in Super Mario Galaxy, where if you go to a certain map and you look up, you go to the first person camera and look up at like a certain area, you can see like 3 silhouettes in the distance judging you from like on high.
Oh God!
Imagine that by 20 times worse. You just see like all the silhouettes just kind of like, try it, Calden. Try it.
Do it. You won't.
So who gets attacked in their dreams?
So, I guess the better question is, you guys initiating a long rest?
There would be an attempt, yes.
Yeah, I would
Farrah, you find it far easier to sleep tonight than you did before.
Calden would still do his trick.
I just see my character on the
Eric,
screen.
sleep again.
I'm a little.
No,
oh my god, his dark vision's so much better than yours.
My dark vision's great.
I know, but
You
like
know
I forgot
my
to
dark
color.
vision.
I forgot to color Kefkin's dark vision.
As per every short rest, what I want
Long rest?
Soren to do, long rest, yeah. What I want Soren to do is like she'll always take second and the final watch. So like someone can watch the first 4 hours because that's all the rest she needs. Then after the other ones, I can watch for the rest of the time.
Farrah and Calden should probably be on different watches, only because psychic communication.
Yeah. I volunteer to fall asleep first. Farrah's tired.
Mm-hmm.
Calden's like, do you need me to help you out?
You gonna tuck you in?
I think I'll be okay, but thank you, bud.
Always watching over you. I look at Merrick. Always watching over you too, buddy.
Merrick is just uneasy with a sword. He sees it like.
Next, for my next.
Oh, I'm dead.
For my next
Dude,
click,
should be
I'm
able
gonna
to
light it
see.
on fire. Actually, Calden would not have his shield. Instead, Calden's got a torch.
So now Calden emits light.
Yes. Mainly because if I walk away a little bit, I want to be able to see. So Calden takes first watch.
Is anyone taking just by yourself?
Son
No,
wants-
Merrick would be up with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whoever does first watch after that 4 hours, I can watch for the rest of the night.
Yeah, so Merrick and Colin will do watch for 4 hours while me and Seren fall asleep, and then Seren will wake up in 4 hours, and then I will continue sleeping. Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve rest, girl. She's like, nah, don't watch tonight. I got this.
All right then. This is how
So,
it goes.
Calden, Merrick,
Shit.
it's quiet.
Shit.
Too
There's-
Quiet.
Almost, other than like the distant hum of maybe a couple of animals in the distance. Nothing to be alarmed about, so to speak.
Here, of horse
Is
goat.
Kefkin awake with us, or did he go first?
He is in a meditative pose. He seems to be at rest.
Me and him right next to each other doing the Baldur's Gate pose.
As to
Just
make no
full
noise.
vibing.
As to make no noise, if Calden initiates a psychic connection with Merrick and gives him the ability to speak, this way we could talk to each other without making any noise.
I will say after a little bit, the fire does begin to dim as, of course,
I
After
feed the
so very
fire as
long.
best I can.
after that, you kind of like, go down to like throw a few more pieces of bramble and dried cacti into the fire, feeding it so it stays lit for a little while. And as you look
Remember,
up,
I set up
I
traps.
need you to make a perception check.
Oh,
Me?
buddy.
Just Calden.
Oh no! You remember that Calden can't dream, right?
Yeah. So you feed the fire and you look up, and that's when you see a silhouette.
Not again.
The same silhouette
Colin
from the
rolled a natural
first two
20, by the way,
times.
whoever is listening.
And you look down at it, and it seems to be looking down at you from the top of this ravine you find yourselves in.
I say in a psychic connection to America, I go, it's looking at me. Calden,
It's hard to make out its
reveals-
absolute form, but
Calden,
it's within echo traversal distance.
it's within echo distance.
Yes.
Calden is going to pull a trick out of his hat that I don't think anybody expected. He starts speaking abyssal to it. He
Wait.
starts talking in the language of demons.
Damn it. Abelio's gonna speak abyssal, not Merrick.
So they begin speaking abyssal, and the
It's
figure
a
just kind of
Scottish
like
abyssal.
tilts
Oh,
its head
God,
at you.
we like it.
It tilts its head at you, almost to communicate a sort of contempt, you almost think.
Why are you here? Calden just says that out loud.
The
What do
figure-
you want with us?
Points at you.
Points at me.
Yes.
You want me.
And then it gestures to you for you to follow it.
That is a terrible fucking idea.
But you're
Don't
Calden
do it,
Moon.
bro. Don't do it.
Merrick's awake,
Do it.
correct?
Yes, America's indeed awake.
Damn.
I look at Merrick and I go, it's asking me to come.
They could be like charred
Farrah will
spirits.
wake up from her fucking slumber.
Merrick's basically saying, you ain't going alone.
Calden leaves his echo in the spot with Merrick.
All right.
God damn it.
If I need to get out, I will get out. If this thing disappears, come after me. And as Calden's walking by, Calden's walking to this thing, he trips and bumps Kefkin.
High or low?
Low.
Is it gonna wake him up? Oh, whoa! What the fuck? Here.
You said low?
Low.
Oh.
It's like as you make your advance, you kind of like just kick some dirt in his general direction, trying to be subtle about it to your own detriment. But
He's just like,
you're able to scale the ridge, and you keep your eyes on the figure the whole time. It has not moved.
Oh, yeah.
Merrick basically has his crossbow trained on it. He's like, nah.
And I look at it and I just go, what do you want with us?
You climb up fully with torch in hand.
Yeah, I would so that I can see.
True. That's a bitch of a climb.
Calden's athletic. He's got
Also
it.
true.
Do you need an athletics check?
No, not for this.
Because I just realized nobody's tried communicating with it.
No, and that's honestly not a bad choice.
Calden's tried
really good
once.
at-
He did the psychic link and it just fried his brain. He was like, ah.
So you climb up fully to the ridge, and as the torchlight kind of like reveals it to the light, the first thing you lock eyes on is a very familiar sight. Glistening black steel. As you come further, you catch the familiar scent of oil. And then when you take a look at its face, you're taken aback.
They're
It's
here.
Pale, gaunt, almost like a kept alive revenant. And this figure looks back at you, taller than you, but not by much, and says, "Listen, you know I don't like games as much as you do. I couldn't afford it."
Calden is seething with rage a little bit because these are the things that have been invading his plane.
You don't recognize this one, though, in particular.
But it looks similar.
Yes, definitely
are you telling me-
Phyrexian in design.
Calden goes, all right, you don't like games, so why hunt people? Why hurt these people?
Oh no, I'm not hurting them. That's the other thing. I'm after you.
You're after me. Who are you?
Isn't it obvious? Why else would I have to travel the multiverse, killing Colden Moon after Colden Moon?
You're hunting my timelines.
This figure steps closer and he says, "I'm not hunting your timelines." And now that you see it for what it truly is, make a intelligence check. Or actually, make a sanity check.
You ask and you shall receive, motherfucker.
Crap. The time to roll a crit
You
fail.
look,
A natural one. I repeat,
you
a natural
look,
one, folks.
and you see this thing. It takes off its face mask, and it says, "I'm not hunting your timelines." He takes off his face mask, and he says, "I'm hunting our timelines."
Yeah, Calden's mind would fracture a little bit, and he goes,
You see this, and you fall.
Perception.
Merrick, you see...
Does-
You see this happen, but it's too hard to tell at this distance. You just see Calden fall over, faint, as he
Right.
slides down the
Do I
ridge.
Calden gets out one small phrase before he falls. Our timeline. And then
Merrick-
he would pass out from pure shock.
Merrick, if you move quickly enough, you might be able to catch him before he hits the ground.
Oh, I would probably honestly, Merrick would probably turn Lycan to get there a little bit quicker.
You jump, and you're able to catch Calden in your hands before you hit the ground. But as you look back up, the figure's gone. You just have an unconscious Calden in your hands. Calden, what's your sanity score, by the way?
16.
Good to know.
We got an evil Calden. Ooh.
But I think we'll pick up next week or 2 weeks from now later.
Oh, then.
Well.
Can I just say, I know it sounds bad, but I'm so happy you rolled a natural run because that was the best, most dramatic.
That was the
thing.
best possible thing that could have happened.
It was the most. Oh my god, that was like perfect story.
Chef's kiss.
Perfect.
Chef's
He's like,
kiss.
You've been planning this for weeks, haven't you?
Well played. Well played.
What if there was evil Calden? Yes, the evil clone. There's been an evil Calden this entire game time.
Actually, I implied there were several Caldens.
Oh my
Not
god.
anymore,
Calden,
though.
I might not be the original.
oh, but Legion of Ricks.
Oh, God. I just get the... Oh,
no,
God.
that sanity is perfect because literally Calden's biggest fear about himself literally just became true.
What, that he became the villain?
Anyway.
No, that he might not be the real Calden.
Oh, so he's
He
having
might
existential
be. He might
crisis
be
now.
the fracture.
You might be the fake.
Yeah.
I might be an echo.
And that
I'm just the
concludes
most-
this episode
Jesus,
of Magic
no!
the Dungeoning.
Yeah, I think that's where we'll sign off for now. Everyone, thanks for watching me once again use this poor plane to torture my players.
I'm gonna
We'll
go
see
draw
y'all
some like
next
evil
time.
Calden fan art now.
So far,
There's
y'all
gonna be
He's in red.
oh my god, the boss fight is me. There's just gonna be an anime fight. Just
I'm gonna get
put you on the ground.
I'm gonna get a picture of Dio and Photoshop Calden's face over it with like
So it's the same type of stand as Calden.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a lovely night before we get too into it.
Oh, God.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed listening, and we hope you enjoy Campaign May Cry coming out on the 28th, correct?
Should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I have been your Dungeon Master. This has been Ryan, played by Merrick, Calden, played by Will, Farrah, played by Shannon, and Seren, played by Danny. Have a lovely night, and this is us signing out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.